Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us this afternoon for the Give 'em 5 media coverage of the NFC Championship game between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Washington Commanders. Matthew Welling with you, and a new partner this afternoon, Mr. Owen Heffron. Owen, welcome, my brother.
Thanks, Matt. Yeah, I'm really excited for this game. It's the biggest game I feel like I've done on Give 'em Five. Only done college football streams so far. So yeah, this should be a great one. I'm excited.
Right there, Robbie's really prepping me. Shout out Robbie, he's gonna be working with us today. Robbie prepped me. We were doing the national championship last Monday. So this is pretty big of a game as well. The Eagles coming into this, Saquon Barkley. Let's get into that, Owen. The ninth running back in NFL history to sur- go north of 2,000 rushing yards. Popped off for over 200 last week against the Rams. Had two touchdowns of over 60 plus yards. Can he get the job done is the question. But what are some of the other keys today if the Eagles want to get this win?
Well, yeah, I think we should start with Saquon Barkley, number one. I think he can get the job done. You mentioned those two long rushes against the Rams last week. Against the Commanders in both of their meetings this year, he's rushed for over 140 yards and two touchdowns in both of those games. The Commanders really don't have an answer for Barkley. I don't think the NFL as a whole
No,
really
they
has an
haven't.
answer for Saquon
Definitely not.
Barkley. So yeah, I think that he is going to be a big thing. And then you want to talk about other keys to the game. I think Jalen Hurts is a big one. He's only faced off against the Commanders one real time in that second matchup, that like 36-33 thriller that we saw. It was Kenny
Yep.
Pickett that played after Hurts had to exit early into the game. So I think that it's going to be interesting to see what Jalen Hurts can do. I know that he's got Barkley there, but I think that Dan Quinn, he's more of a defensive guy. Coming from being the DC over at Dallas, I think that if they adjust to Saquon Barkley well enough, if they've done their game planning, that's going to force Jalen Hurts to throw. And the only time he did have to really throw against them was in that first meeting, which the Eagles did win, but he threw for less than 200 yards with only
Right.
one touchdown and also an interception. So I think Jalen Hurts is going to be a big factor as well. And then that strong Philadelphia defense, you have all pros like Zach Bond, Jalen Carter up front has just been a monster this postseason. So those guys as
Total.
well.
You nailed it. Nailed it right on the head. But if we turn our attention to the other side of the field, this Commanders team is nothing to sleep on. They took down a juggernaut in Detroit. Jared Goff had three or four total turnovers, excuse me. And that Washington defense that is going to be without Deron Payne this afternoon, but Mike Sanders still those two interceptions, Owen, and just a lot of pressure. I feel like they're not a defense that needs to get slept on that easily.
No, and they're not. And like I mentioned, they're gonna have to stop Saquon Barkley, but their secondary looked amazing. I mean, Jared Goff last week in that win against the Lions, he made some questionable throws. But man, the secondary was there. Those defensive backs for the Commanders swooping in, they got the pick six. And a lot of that is really momentum and their just ability to win on the road consistently. And they're going on the road again. Philadelphia is a tough atmosphere, man. Those fans are rough. You know it. I know it. I think that the Commanders know it 100%. It's going to be a test for Jaden Daniels. Excuse me, has not thrown an interception yet. He's only been sacked one time, and I know that this is what everyone talks about, but this man is a monster against the blitz. He is a rookie quarterback that just looks so experienced and is so calm and poised in the pocket when they're blitzing even seven guys. It is so impressive. I am so impressed with this dude. He's thrown for 567 yards in two games. And I really think that if he can locate the likes of Terry McLaurin today and De'Ami Brown as well, a guy that's kind
Yeah,
of
De'Ami
been
Brown.
quiet in the regular season and then really just spiked up, kind of had a big boost in the postseason. If he hits those guys, I think the Commanders can actually have a really good shot on upsetting the Eagles in this one. De'Ami Brown actually has more receiving yards than Terry McLaurin in this postseason. So you never know. Welling, I'm really excited for this game.
No, very good points there. I was gonna mention Jaden Daniels and save him for last, but you went ahead and did it anyway. This is the presumed rookie of the year, almost 3,600 passing yards this season, 25 total touchdowns. Just to just what an incredible season So we're ready to kick it off in Philadelphia. It is nothing short of raucous there, Heffy, and it is going to get loud. Luckily, I'm in a dorm room, so my door's locked. I'm in a quiet space. The kickoff is away, and we are ready to go. A touchback to start it. The Commanders are getting the ball first, and we just mentioned him before, Heffy. Jane Daniels coming right out to start the game.
Yeah, and what a big drive this is for Jaden Daniels. I think that this is a great opportunity for him to kind of shut down those Philly fans, kind of move the momentum in the Commanders' favor. He's thrown for 327 yards per game so far against the Buccaneers and then against the Lions.
So here we go. The Commanders finding themselves in the NFC Championship game for the first time in over 3 decades. And their
Against the
first
division
drive,
rival too.
correct. Their first drive starts here at their own 30. Daniels to drop back on first down. He's going to take off, and he gets tackled after about a yard or two. So it's not a sack, but Nolan Smith back there with the tackle, and that's just good defense there.
Yeah, so they went empty set there on first down. Daniels, good job. The pocket really collapsing. That's a strong Eagles front four, 100%. Jalen Carter, like I mentioned in the intro, the first to get there. Good job of Jaden Daniels stepping up and getting just a few yards, avoiding the sack.
So 2nd and 9, just the 1 yard. Daniels to drop back again. Throws right side is there. It is the tight end, Zach Ertz, the veteran. He's been doing it for a long time here playing in the NFC Championship game against his former team, the team that he played a majority of the career for himself for. And that'll set
I
up
was
a
just
third
about
and medium. Sorry, go ahead.
No, all good. I was just about to mention that Zach Ertz, the longtime Eagle, got that game-winning touchdown against the Patriots in Super Bowl 52. It's interesting to see him playing against this Commanders rival.
3rd and 6, Daniels left side, and McLaurin's got it. It was 3rd and 6. It looks like he just got it. Pickup of 7. It's a new set of downs, Heavy.
That's a great throw from Jane Daniels with pressure in his face, hitting his go-to man,
That's a great
low
catch.
pointed pass. Yeah, Terry McLaurin right in the breadbasket. Great job.
Daniels on first down. That one tried to get it to Eckler on that bootleg. It was batted down at the line.
Yeah, you'll see the lot of Austin Eckler, of course, a veteran back. Got him from LA, longtime Charger, but he's a big receiver. He got over 366 receiving yards in the regular season this year. They like to go to him a lot on those screens. That would have been a nice medium pickup if it wasn't batted down.
So, but it is. It is batted down. This is 2nd and 10 from the 41. Daniels to take the snap. He's got time. Looking, rolling, throwing the right side. Caught by Bates, the tight end. But he is stopped after about 2 or 3.
Yeah,
And
we
it'll
know
be
Zach
another
Ertz.
third down.
Yeah, Zach Ertz was dealing with a little bit of injury problems in the late weeks of the season, so maybe John Bates will get some more targets in this one.
John Bates did have a few targets in last week's game against Detroit. There's another 3rd and 6. They need to get past the 50 for a first. Daniels all alone in the back. He'll take the snap. He'll drop once again. He'll go fake, pump fake, left side, complete to Zacchaeus. And he's got another first down. Nice run after the catch. It was a low throw. He was able to pick it up.
Yeah, the Eagles fake the blitz there. Daniels sees Zacchaeus on the far side of the field a little bit late, and Zacchaeus does get up, get the knee off before Zach Bond gets to him, and a great job of that second effort pushing forward for the first down.
So a new set of downs just inside the 50. First handoff of the game. This is Brian Robinson. And he'll get inside the 45, give him about 4 or 5 on that one.
I feel like
But I
Brian
know
Robinson is one of the more underrated backs, Matt. I don't know how you
totally.
feel,
No,
but
I
yeah, first
agree.
handoff of the game, and yeah, it's a good moderate pickup of 5.
No, I agree. Brian Robinson, very good season this year. Been a little under the radar, totally. Zach Bond, though, was on that stop all pro. 2nd and 5 now from the 43. Daniels will take it again in the shotgun, looking left side. Ertz could not make the catch. Good defense there, and it'll bring up another third and medium.
Zach Bond in coverage that time on Ertz. That
Another
pass was
Zach Bond
like,
play.
yeah, a little too far. And just, I know everyone really talks about it, but Zach Bonney was a special teamer in New Orleans, and they bring him on for a more defensive role in Philadelphia. Chip Kelly and everyone there. Just, he's been such a stud on the defensive side of the ball.
3rd and 5 now from the same spot. Daniels again to throw, working it around the right side. Throws it late, deep down the right side. It is intended for Eckler, but great defense there by Cooper DeJean. He bats it down, and it's 4th down, Heffy.
Yeah, the rookie cornerbacks for the Eagles. You talk about Quinyon Mitchell and Cooper DeJean. That's a little wheel route from Eckler going on the near side. Daniels under pressure, has to roll to his right, just throwing it down the field. One-on-one coverage. DeJean gets the hand up, bats it down, and now it looks
And
like they're going for it.
what a gutsy call here. I was about to say they're going for it on 4th and 5. They need the 38 for a first. There's only been one run play here. And again, it's a pass. Daniels stands in left side. Is caught by Ertz, and he's going to pick it up. Wow. Gutsy call, and it works. Give him
Yeah,
7
I
and a
love
new
it.
set of downs.
I love it so much. Dan Quinn, he's not backing down and he's showing it. I love this for the Commanders right now. Trusting your rookie quarterback. They've had this little out route. We've seen it to Zacchaeus. We've seen it to Bates. Ertz got another one like that before. These out routes are really just these slow, methodical drives going down the field. This is textbook offense right now for Washington.
1st and 10. This is an out screen to Zacchaeus, and he'll pick up 4 or 5. You mentioned the slow and methodical drives. But going back to that 4th down, if Dan Campbell of the Lions is the king of going for it, I think Dan Quinn comes second. They went for it a bunch in that last game against Detroit. And I feel like they had to just to keep up with Detroit, but they found that they can actually convert and do a good job of it. 2nd and 5 after the screen to Zacchaeus. This is a handoff Robinson. He goes up the middle, pushing right guard. He only gets about 2 or 3, and he'll set up another 3rd down.
And Jay Neal's has been great on 3rd down so far, only going to 4th down once. This is just such a good drive so far. Again, talking about what like making the fans a non-factor, just these slow play killers is really diminishing. I know for a fact that volume in Philly right now.
3rd and 2. Daniels quick out to Zacchaeus, and he is popped. They were trying to hit him on another screen, and he gets absolutely popped. It'll be another 4th down.
Yeah, that was a blown up play from the start. I know that Jane Daniels didn't give Zacchaeus the best ball up there, a little high, but if he brought that one down, he was getting, like you said, just popped. I believe it was Zach Ball on the first one there, but 4th and 2, yeah, they're gonna go for it again.
Zach Bond, we're going to hear his name again a lot this afternoon. And another 4th down coming here. They're going to go for it on 4th and 2. Just outside the 30. This is Daniels going to step up in the pocket, take off, cut right, and pick up the 1st down. Heffy, what a drive. Another pickup and another 1st down.
Well, Jaden Daniels, I know we talk about Brian Robinson being underrated. Jaden Daniels, the rushing yards leader for this Commanders team in the regular season. And this man, he gives all his reads, looks around, and just takes steps up in bolts for that 1st down. Great job reading the entire field, working with his legs. There's a reason why this man's the Heisman. There's a reason why he's the Rookie of the Year favorite. Man, so exciting to watch.
New set of downs. This is Eckler. He gets stopped. He pushes himself back to the line. He probably got a yard. They're just outside the red zone. This will be 2nd and 9 from the 22.
Yeah, no plays for negative yards yet for the Commanders. A good job. That kind of looked like a dead run, but good job of Eckler spinning off a few blockers, diving forward. It's only a gain of 1. They're good. They're in good field goal range for Zane Gonzalez right now.
And they want to get some points here on that first drive. Now it's Daniels alone here on 2nd and 9. He'll drop back again, looking right side, and it is incomplete. Is it caught? It is caught. Or no, they're going to rule it an incomplete pass. That was to Crowder. I think the pass was another one of those low balls there, Heffy, and that one definitely hit the ground.
Yeah, just hit the ground. That's they blitz Jaden Daniels there. We talk about him being amazing against the blitz. He got the ball away pretty well. You just got to know settle down. The Eagles are a tough defense. Been one of the best in the league this year. Jaden Daniels breathes and is comfortable. He'll be fine. How about Jamison Crowder, the longtime
That's what I was going to say.
Washington Commander? Yeah,
So,
getting his licks in the postseason.
so 3rd and 9. Another third down on this drive here. It's Daniels to throw once again. Looking left side, Eckler's got it, but he's going to be a few yards short of the first. What are they going to do here? Let's see.
It looks
Daniels
like they're
is
jogging
coming
off the
off,
field.
and now they come off, which is interesting. But
I agree.
Gonzalez is
I
going to
did
come
not
out.
expect this. I didn't expect this from Dan Quinn. You've gotten enough there. Again, there was another little out route, though, and a great catch by Eckler in double coverage. There's not a lot of running backs going to be able to make that catch, but Eckler, we know how good he is in the receiving game. Now Zane Gonzalez, who with the game winner against the Buccaneers to send him to the divisional, is going to attempt a 34-yarder.
And that 34-yarder, Heffy, is right down the chute. So a very long drive takes up almost just over 7 minutes, and it only gets 3. First points of the game here in Philly. It's 3-0. We'll see Jalen Hurts and Barkley when we come back. We're talking about a drive, Heffy, that lasted just over 7 minutes, and the Commanders get the first points of the game, tacking on 3. They're showing us Jalen Hurts, who was cleared to play a few days ago. We saw there was a little bit of an injury there on his lower leg, but he's ready to go. The kick is away. It is going to be returned just inside the 5, and a nice cut, and he's still going, rumbling across the 40-yard line, and a nice return there. Good field position for the Eagles to start.
Yeah, that's Will Shipley.
Will
And now some
Shipley.
little bit of extracurriculars with a little pushing and
Right.
shoving going
A little
on
pushing and shoving
between
there.
the Eagles and the Commanders. But a great return from Shipley, getting the Eagles in good range to start.
So here we go. We mentioned him at the top. Jalen Hurts and Saquon Barkley have this running combination. We saw a running combination on that last drive too with Daniels and Robinson, but this is a combination unlike any other. They'll start at their own 40 on this drive. Barkley alone in the back. Now he goes to Hurts's right. Now he sets right back. Now he goes right behind. Two to snap. They get it off. It's a pitch to Barkley left side. He'll get a block. He keeps going past the 50. Breaks a tackle 40. Makes a cut 30. 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. And my goodness, on one play, Heffy. 60
This
yards.
isn't.
Oh my God.
I can't believe this, man. Saquon Barkley is the best player in football right now.
One
That
play, Heffy. One play.
I can't believe this. That toss, number one, great play design. Devontae Smith coming in motion to start. All the focus is on him. You got man. You do a wide toss to Barkley. Amazing blocking by the Eagles. And then he looked like he was wrapped up by three commanders in a
And then he drops him
beautiful
off.
spin to get out. And then a cut between the hashes. One play, the Eagles respond. And Jalen Hurts, he's struggling with the knee. He doesn't have to do too much at all when you have a guy like Saquon Barkley in the backfield.
Well, Heffy, we talked about that running combination, but on one play, Saquon does it all. It seems like that's been the story all season long. It's 7-3 Eagles. Just like that, we'll take a break. If they're going to show us this play, why don't you take us through it one more time?
Yeah, so it's Smith in motion running across the field. Hurts notices he has man. It's a toss to Barkley on the left, a wide toss out, and amazing blocking by the Eagles, like I said before. And then Barkley looked like he was dead to rights along the sideline, able to spin out, cut to open space, and took it 60 yards to the house. This third 60-plus yard touchdown run in the last two games, and it comes on the first offensive snap. Unbelievable.
So this kickoff is returned by McCaffrey, who spins out left side, breaks a tackle. He probably shouldn't have done that. He goes a few yards backwards. And that's where Jaden Daniels and the Commanders will take control. A long, methodical drive last time ended in 3. And the Eagles said, yeah, whatever. We don't care. We'll take one play, 18 seconds that were taken off the clock. It'll be interesting to see what they do here. That last drive, too hefty, 18 plays. And as I mentioned before, just over 7 minutes. This is going to be one hell of a game.
Yeah, and Jaden Daniels completed 7 passes on that opening drive, and he's already got 6 different, or excuse me, 5 different players to catch a pass for him: Zacchaeus Ertz, McLaurin, Eckler, and Bates.
Not to mention third down conversions. Here's the first down play here. Carry is Eckler, left side. Give him 3 or 4. Again, yeah, not to mention they were almost, besides for that last third down, they were perfect on, no, not perfect on third down, but they were, those first downs, they picked up, what was it, 6 or 7 first downs on that drive.
Yeah, and it's just the small gains that make the third downs manageable, and Jaden Daniels really thrives in those situations.
2nd and 6, Daniels, pump fake, throw over the middle. It's caught by Hurts, breaks a tackle, and he's close to the first down. What are they going to rule it here? Another tackle for Zach Bond. I'm telling you, we're going to hear his name all afternoon. And I believe he's going to be a yard short. So we're going to see what happens here. Another third down will be faced by the Commanders.
3rd and 1, very manageable. Jaden Daniels very comfortable in these situations. Maybe we'll see a dual threat of Eckler and Robinson. It looks like they only have Robinson back there.
And now, Daniels, this is carry to Robinson, and he's going to pick it up in a few extra. Another first down picked up by the Commanders. And we're looking
Yeah,
like another
Robinson.
slow, methodical drive here, Heffy.
Yeah, good run from Robinson to get the first down, just putting the head down, barreling through. Last time these two teams faced off, the lead rusher for the Commanders was actually Jaden Daniels, so they didn't see enough of Robinson. I think the Commanders can use that to their advantage.
This is De'Ami Brown on his first catch of the afternoon. And then the ball comes out at the end, and the Eagles have it. So the leader in receiving yards last game for the Commanders in De'Ami Brown loses the football. Reed Blankenship picks that one up, and the Eagles are going to take control. Wow.
Ripped out by a combination of Cooper DeJean and Zach Bond again. Welling, man, this Eagles team is tough.
We'll send it to break 7-3. The Eagles will take control right after this. Matthew Welling, Owen Heffron. It's Give 'em 5 Media's presentation of the NFC Championship game. Owen, what a start. The Commanders were looking to have another slow, methodical drive. And Zach Bond, Cooper DeJean, all those guys said, pumped out the football out of De'Ami Brown's hands, and the Eagles will take over just inside the 50. So this is going to be their second play of offense for the Eagles. As you remember, the last play was a 60-yard touchdown. This is Hurts on first down, looking for Brown over the middle, but it is incomplete. We're taking another look here. De'Ami Brown, he is livid on the sideline.
Yeah, and I mean,
Heavy, yeah.
I 100% understand that. This is a guy who only had 300 receiving yards the entire regular season. He's already nearing 200 in just 2 games of playoff action. He's been really that go-to guy, the receiving yards leader, like you mentioned. And he makes a mistake like that, and it might cost his team a good shot at winning this game if the Eagles can convert on this drive.
This was 2nd and 10 after the incompletion. Goddard's close to the first down. And you mentioned it. If the Eagles come up with points here, that turnover proves to be pretty crucial if the Commanders can't get anything else going. But no, I'm not saying they won't. They We're going to give Goddard the first down, and so it's a new set of downs inside the Commanders 40. This is play action for Hurts. Left side for Smith, and he's left alone in a nice tiptoe grab on the sideline.
Beautiful job from Devontae Smith, the former Heisman winner. Does he get those feet down?
Ooh,
Oh, that right toe is
that
super
right
close
toe
to
is
being out of
super
bounds.
close. And they're going to
And they're
get
gonna
up to
go
the
with the line
line,
fast. Yeah.
and they're going to get the playoff. It's a handoff to Gainwell. So nothing the Commanders can do now. That was an incredible play if it was going to go for a catch. A
That
little more
was
extracurriculars here.
yeah, a little
You're gonna
shoving going
you're gonna
on.
you're gonna get that with these two division rivals. So that leads to 2nd and 7. So yeah, nothing the Commanders can do now. After that, it'll be 2nd and 7 from the 15. Hurts. Rolling to his right, throwing it's complete to A.J. Brown. Makes a nice move, picks up the first down, and tiptoes around the sideline inside the 5. It'll set up 1st and goal.
AJ Brown really been dormant in this playoff run for the Eagles right now. That was just his third catch and his entire playoff round so far, but a good one getting the Eagles inside the 5-yard line in prime Saquon Barkley territory.
You got a hunch, and I think you nailed it as Barkley cuts it right side, and he can walk in untouched. His second touchdown of the ball game. Heffy, I think you're a psychic, dude.
Well,
Touchdown Eagles are gonna go up 11 pending the PAT.
well, that makes it 3 straight games. Every time that Saquon Barkley has played the Commanders, he's rushed for 2 touchdowns. He gets both of them in the first quarter in this game. That first one, his 7th one of the season, as with going for 60 plus yards into the house. This one, just a nice outside zone, getting to that outside, right to the pylon. These Commanders, they're going to have to game plan around Saquon Barkley, especially in the next 45 minutes.
Elliott knocks down the PAT. Well, a one of a kind player in Barkley having a one of a kind season as we look at that Devonta Smith catch once again. But nonetheless, Barkley hits pay dirt for the second time. We're only in the first. Eagles up 11. We'll see you guys in a minute. Well, no surprise, Heffy. Saquon Barkley is already the story of another game, and this one being the NFC Championship game. His team is up 14-3 on their division rivals, with the Commanders getting the ball back.
Yep, 2 rushes, 64 yards, 2 touchdowns for Saquon Barkley. It's simple. You put it in his hands, you pretty much have the game on lock. And I know that either of these teams are going to be tough for either the Bills or the Chiefs, whoever comes out of that game. But right now, the Eagles look unstoppable.
So McCaffrey gets to about the 26 of the 27. Barkley using that bike on the sideline, keeping those legs moving. That's actually really funny. But so
Yeah,
now,
Saquon Barkley.
go ahead.
He's the first player all time, Matt, with, like I mentioned before, with 2 rushing touchdowns in 3 games against a single opponent in a season. This man just really the Commander's kryptonite.
There you go. So now the Commanders come out. They'll try to fix the mistake that they had with the turnover on their last drive. It'll be a handoff. This is Robinson, and he'll only get about 1 or 2. Nolan Smith in there. So again, they're going to try out another slow, methodical drive, at least from the looks of it, to start here.
Yeah, the Commanders have had the second most plays over 10 plus yards, so big plays in the postseason so far. But Dan Quinn kind of wanting to slowly kind of push on that Eagles defense and slowly tire them out, I think, is this game plan.
It's another handoff to Robinson. He cuts it left side. That was a nice cut. But again, only 1 or 2. That was a no huddle, and now it's another third down that they have to face.
Yeah, the run game not working to what Dan Quinn, I think, would like it to right now. Brian Robinson, he's only got about, I think that was his 6th carry, maybe his 5th. He's only got about 15 yards. So averaging 3 yards per carry is not what Dan Quinn and the Commanders want right now. But now they're going to make Jaden Daniels throw, which is no easy task for this Philly defense. But another third down, I think as this game progresses, they're going to want to get out of these third downs.
3rd and 6. Daniels going way deep down the middle, and he overshoots Terry McLaurin. It was almost picked off twice. And it's a 3-and-out, Heffy, the first of the game.
Yeah, that's just a simple overthrow. You don't see that a lot from Jaden Daniels. He had McLaurin, maybe. I'm going to have to see another look at it. But yeah, that one was nearly picked off. I think that was Blankenship getting his hands on it, just a little out in front of him. But yeah, no, first punt of the game for either side. And I don't really like that drive at all from the Commanders. You give the 2 little rushes that don't go anywhere, and then you try to take a deep shot. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me on 3rd and 6. I liked what they were doing on that first drive. I know they only didn't get 6, but they were able to get in a field goal range. And then a 4th and 2 on about the 15-yard line. It was those out routes.
Expressway.
Oh
It's
my
a
goodness.
fake punt. It's a fake punt, and they convert. Oh my goodness. They ran a fake punt last week, and they do it again.
Tress Way. Make this man, Jaden Daniels, his backup. He throws it just a really high lob pass to third-string tight end Ben Sinnott, who
Sanat?
hauls it in
Kai Sanat? No, I'm kidding.
past the 50-yard line. What
Wow.
a gutsy call from Dan Quinn. And I know why the Commanders love this guy, and that is how
That's
you
insane.
start getting a little swagger and pep in your step on this Commanders offense.
That was 23. This is Daniels on the play fake, rolling to his right. Burks is after him now, and he's going to take him down.
The Eagles defense, man, first sack of the game on Jaden Daniels. I thought we were about to see some Lamar Jackson-esque maneuvers in the backfield there. He made one man miss, kind of just jogging around, but then too much pressure. Couldn't get the ball away. He was trying to hurdle Burks that time.
That's
Now
not
2nd and
happening.
16.
So here we go. 2nd and 16. You mentioned it. So loses 6. They're outside of the 50. This is Daniels again to throw. Stepping up, throwing over the middle. It's caught by De'Ami Brown, and he makes up for it. A big gain of over 20, and they've got the first down in just one play there, Heffy.
Look at him threading the needle as well, getting it right past the outstretched arms of both Burks and Zach Bond. De'Ami Brown, a nice little hook route right around the first down marker to pick that up and about 5-6 more.
So the fake bunt really an engineer of the energy coming off on this drive here for the Commanders. It's a first down carry here, but there is nothing there. That, my friends, is going to end the first quarter. What a way to start this one. We've seen running plays, we've seen turnovers, we've seen a fake punt. It is 14-3, Heffy, in Philadelphia. The Commanders are knocking on the door when we return for the start of the second quarter. Stick around, everybody. We'll be right back. We're here to start the second quarter in Philadelphia, but I'm in Syracuse and Heffy's in Stanford. So Darien, close enough. Everywhere it doesn't matter. Everywhere we are, it's cold. Okay, so forget that. So we start with a 2nd and 10 for Jaden Daniels. He'll drop it back once again, right side, going deep, end zone. It is incomplete. Looking for De'Ami Brown.
Lock and then goes out for the route and reels it in. I love that so much for the Commanders right now.
Third down, another third down coming here. Daniels single set. He'll drop back here, looking, rolling. Now has to flesh it out. Throws it left side. It is out of bounds. And fourth down is coming up, Heavy.
Yeah, expect them to just take their 3 points again now. Yeah, Jaden Daniels jogging off the field. That's tough though. It's really showing though the Philadelphia's red zone defense really coming up strong. It's twice now that they've had plays, they've had fourth down conversions on both of these long Commanders drives so far, but when the time has really mattered, they've been able to stop them inside the red zone and force a field goal attempt.
So this is Gonzalez again. He hit from 34 on the first drive. That was 18 plays. This one from 46. The snap good, hold good, kick is down the middle. And it's a one possession game again, only 18 seconds taken off the clock. It is 14-6 Philadelphia. So now, if you're Washington, how do you even go about making a stop against this Eagles offense?
I wish I could give you a simple answer, Matt, I really do, but
I know.
Saquon Barkley is such a beast. It is incredible, and I know that on that first drive and I know that on both these drives, they've had good field position. Will Shipley ran that first kickoff back to about the 40, and then, they got the fumble from De'Ami Brown. So now they'll probably have to go a little bit farther on this drive, but Saquon Barkley and that Eagles offensive line is so tough. They're really winning the battle in the trenches on both sides of the ball. I've noticed so far. So if I'm the Commanders, have to be relentless, have to be aggressive up front, and then have to be able to shed those blocks. I know the Eagles front five is amazing as well. Just kind of barreling over any defenders. I just really wish I could give you a simple answer, but Saquon Barkley is so unpredictable and such a monster. And I'm really excited. He's already got 2 touchdowns, and this is only the Eagles' first touch of the second quarter.
Now you nailed it. Here's Shipley again to return it, but again, he's not going to get back to the 30. So you nailed it there. They're going to start just outside of the 30-yard line, and this running juggernaut of Hurts and Barkley. This is going to be something to watch as this game continues. But as we did mention, we're not going to have an easy answer, but the Commanders need to find it if they want to get back in this game. Yes, it's a one possession game, but we've seen just how quickly the Eagles can score. But this is their first drive, really, where they're starting at their own 30. So we'll see. It's the 29 exactly. It'll be 1st and 10 here with Barkley next to Hurts on his left side.
Yeah, we haven't seen Jalen Hurts run and take off yet. He's got over 100 yards in this postseason. We'll see if he does that.
And this is the carry to Barkley. And finally, Jonathan Allen, who's taken a step up for the absence of Daron Payne, is in the backfield, Heffy. It goes of a loss for 3 for Saquon.
Yeah, you asked me what the Commanders have to do. I wish they could do that every play. If you're Dan Quinn, that's what you want to do. Whenever they hand the ball off to Saquon Barkley, they saw him using a massage gun on his right calf on that replay. Don't know what's going on with that. Probably just loosening up the muscles and everything, keeping the blood flow stable. But hopefully, that's no sign of concern for the Eagles.
So 2nd down at 13. Hurts looking right side. It's caught by Brown. Nice play. He was wide open for the split second there. He's got the first down, give him 15 or 16 on that one.
15-yard reception for A.J. Brown. He and Devontae Smith just so tough to cover. And I know that the defensive backs for the Commanders have been great. We saw them get 3 interceptions last week against Jared Goff, who's a top 10 quarterback in the NFL. But it's tough to cover both of those guys.
New set of downs inside the 40. This is Hurts fleshed out to his right side, throwing it on the run, deep on the right side. And a nice play there defensively. He was looking for A.J. Brown again.
Sanderson in coverage on Brown.
Where is Mikey
Got
Sanderson?
2 interceptions last week. Good job from Hurts. It was Newton that got a hand on Jalen Hurts' right throwing arm on that play. And nearly good job of holding on to the football, making sure there was no fumbles, and also using those legs, the mobility like I talked about, being able to roll out, get the ball away.
2nd and 10 here. Smith in motion, and the play's blown dead. We're going to have our first flag of the ball game. Stone Hockley is our referee. It's going to be false start on the Eagles. Back them up 5 yards. Steen is on the call for that one.
First penalty of the game, like you said. Yeah, they're going to have it's no surprises. The Eagles have had some injuries on that offensive line. Moving around players.
So it'll be 2nd and 15 now, just inside the 35. This is going to be interesting here. Here's the play. Hurts drops it back, looking over the middle. It's caught by Gainwell. few yards after the catch. He'll get about half of it back. It'll set up third and pretty long.
And just dumping it off to Kenneth Gainwell, backup running back behind Saquon. He's a good receiving back as well. You kind of see the dual threat of Robinson and Eckler on the Commanders side. But I think Gainwell and Barkley is kind of a good 1-2 punch too, especially when you're expecting Barkley and you can always hit Gainwell in the flat or coming out of the backfield now. But a big 3rd and 7, this would be a big stop for the Commanders right now.
You nailed it there. Big stop it would be. But here is 3rd and 7 from the Eagles 44. It's Hurts to drop back. There's pressure. Looking caught by Goddard's got the first down and a little more. Nice play. Nice break into the tackle run after the catch for Dallas Goddard. Give him 15 and a new set of downs, Owen.
Yeah, second catch of the game for the big tight end. That's the reason right there why he's the leading receiver for the Eagles in these playoffs. He can break the tackles and fight for those extra yards when they need him, picking up the first down on a big 3rd down.
So there's another play here. Gainwell's in the back. You didn't mention the massage gun appliance for Barkley. That's only going to get one. It gets blown up. My guess is that if you're Saquon Barkley, you know what you need to do to get yourself loose. I don't think there's anything of it. We haven't really heard of something that might be going on. So that one only goes for 1. It'll be 2nd and 9. It is still Gainwell, however. It'll be out to Gainwell on the right side and close to a first down. Nice leaping over a defender. I think he's going to be about a yard short, however.
Mark just short, I think, for another 3rd down. This one a lot more manageable than the 3rd and 7. Gainwell's staying out there, though, so maybe there is something going on with Saquon that we're not quite sure about. They're lining up in tush-push formation.
You mentioned it. So this is going to be the first carry for Hurts. If it is, and it is. And did he get it? And it looks like he did. But they got to move him along with the pile. But when has that play not worked is my question.
And that looked like a long kind of one as well. I know that's kind of a weird thing to say, but it looked like a long 1 yard. He was able to get that, and that's just a staple on, it's really gotten to the point where you can't hate on it. If you're hating on it, you just got to stop it, and you can't stop it. So you got to give props to Nick Sirianni and the Eagles, for coming up with the brotherly shove.
1st and 10, it's Gainwell again. Gets 3 or 4. He's staying in the game here, guys. We have it's not, and then here comes Saquon. I was about to say, Gainwell developing. Saquon hasn't been in the game since the last quarter, but he's back from his little breather.
Yeah, only 3 rush attempts in this game, but he's got 61 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Who can complain? It's 2nd and 6 now. That was a gain of 4. Inside the Commanders' 30. Hurts to drop. Looking, has time. Fleshed out to his right. Stepping back up and just throws it out of bounds. So they forced the 4th down. No, excuse me. That was 2nd down. So now it's 3rd down and 6. And everyone was covered there.
Yeah, looking deep for A.J. Brown to start. Great coverage in the back end by Marshawn Lattimore, who they picked up from the Saints this year. And, he didn't play the first couple games after coming to Washington, but he's been good. I know that battle with Mike Evans in the wild card round was definitely something they wanted to see because those guys really hate each other. But, yeah, great job there in covering the main big physical man in A.J. Brown there.
So 3rd and 6 and a
timeout, Eagles.
Philadelphia timeout. So we'll have to wait for this 3rd and 6. They're going to stay here. But yeah, so the Commanders defense, they had a shot after the penalty, but the Eagles went right back down. Gainwell, they've had what I guess you could call a little slow and methodical drive here, some eminent of what the Commanders have been trying to do. And so far it's worked, I guess. I mean, if you're the Eagles, a lot of things have been going your way this season anyway, so they can kind of just do whatever they want, it seems.
Yeah, and I know you got so many offensive weapons: Jalen Hurts, Barkley, Goddard, Devontae Smith, AJ Brown. But I like how they're not kind of focusing on Barkley as much anymore. They've completed passes to 4 different guys, including Gainwell getting 2 receptions for him, and now Jalen Hurts joined by 2 men in the backfield.
3rd and 6, and Luvu is right in there on Hurts, and it's a big sack. Big sack. Give him a loss of 9, and it might have taken him out of field goal range, but we know Elliott's leg. But a huge play there on 3rd down.
Luvu's first sack of the postseason comes at a great time, just getting right past Dickerson. A beautiful blitz drawn up from the Commanders, and now it's going to be a long field goal for Jake Elliott.
Now, I'm a Giants fan, heavy, so I know Jake Elliott and those long field goals,
Mhm.
but
60
it's
yarder in his rookie year against you
this
guys.
is this is going to be from 54. Nothing is a gimme in the NFL. Not to say he can't hit this, but we'll see. And the kick is away. The snap good, hold good. The kick is going to be wide right. So the sack costs them, and the Commanders are going to get the ball again in a one possession game here. Hef, a huge miss there. We'll see what the Commanders can come up with on their next drive when we return. Stick around, guys. So the Commanders are going to get the ball back, Heffy, after the rare Jake Elliott missed field goal. It's still a 14-6 game. They need to get something going. How on earth can they do that, though, Heff?
I think what I really liked on that first drive was they focused more on Jaden Daniels. He completed 7 passes on that drive, took over 7 minutes for the whole drive to be completed, and there was a lot of quick little out routes, which I found the Eagles had trouble covering. There was some that they threw to Bates. They threw 2 to Ertz, threw 1 to Zacchaeus. It was just short little quick passes. Again, the ones to McLaurin. It's just in the red zone. They have no trouble getting into the red zone, but then when they're in there, they have to capitalize. And I think spreading the ball out is going to be a big factor on this drive.
So Daniels looked to throw here, but he's going to take off right side and pick up about 5 or 6. So you mentioned it there. They're focusing here. Jane Daniels, even though that was an improv play, he can use those legs and get half of the yardage that they need. So it'll be second and manageable. But yeah, you did mention it. The red zone defense for the Eagles has come up clutch. They've only forced 2 field goals for Zane Gonzalez. So now it's second and 4 from midfield. This is Daniels again to throw. Looking over the middle, it's caught by Bates. And you mentioned the slight injury to, I mean, I guess Ertz is dealing with something every now and then. He's not in every play. So Bates makes that catch. They got a first down, and they're running fast here. I wish Hef
Running
could
real
get a word.
fast,
I
yeah.
wish, yeah, I wish Hef could get a word in here, guys. This is the handoff to Robinson. Cuts it left side. Nice pickup there on first down. Give him 7. And nice little start here. 5+ yard plays, 3 in a row. And they're moving.
Yeah, Brian Robinson, a lot of his gives in this game so far, he's been fighting through contact, which is a great sign from number 8 there. And they're pretty reliant on the pass. And I like to see them maybe give it to Robinson in sort of the passing game, which we've seen Eckler go to a lot. But who knows, mix it up. I talked about spreading out the ball. I want to see Dan Quinn do that.
Second three is out to De'Ami Brown, and another tried to go. They tried to do another screen, and it was blown up again. So it'll be third down
Yeah,
once again.
yeah. Scrap that play from the playbook for the rest of this game.
Yeah,
I think
please. They Eagles
these
have read
these
that.
screens have just not been working. They got great defensive backs. Cooper DeJean was the first one there to break that pass up, but it's tough ask for Jameson Crowder to block Cooper DeJean out wide, and now it's a third down and 3.
This is a huge play early in this game. They got to pick this up. Third and 3 from the Eagles 42. This is McLaurin on the catch, breaks a tackle. He's at the 20, he's at the 10, the 5, and he breaks his own tackle again into the end zone. Nice run after the catch there by Terry McLaurin, 36 yards, and the Commanders are right back in it. Have either a 2-point conversion away from making this thing all tied up.
Scary Terry, that short little quick slant. We saw him catch a pass low to the ground last time on his first catch in this one. That was the 9th third down that
Oh
Washington
my
has
my.
faced in this game already. And
So
they hit McLaurin. McLaurin breaks free, and now they're going for 2 to try to tie it.
so they are going to go for 2. It'll let them tie the game. You just mentioned it, but what a play there. Nice run after the catch. So here we go. It is a fake, then a throw out to Eckler, but the Eagles are all over it. So it'll stay 14-12, 7:05 to go in the half. But
A
a
lot of these
beautiful play
passes,
there. Good.
yeah. No, a lot of these passes in the backfield, I just want to say, are not working for the Commanders. I like the quick slants and the out routes. They've been working more.
So the Eagles will get the ball back up 2. We'll be right back. Owen Heffron, Matthew Welling, Give 'em 5 Media. Thank you for watching if you are. Leave a like, do a subscribe. I think that was the quote that I had with Robbie that one time. I forget the quote. It was really stupid. Follow our TikTok, follow our Instagram, Give 'em 5 Media. We're here watching an incredible game. 36-yard Terry McLaurin touchdown capped off the last Commanders drive. They failed on the 2, so it's still a 14-12 ball game as Zane Gonzalez boots it away for another field goal, another Eagles drive. This is Shipley again, and he's out across the 25. That's where they will start. So Jalen Hurts and Barkley will come out. We'll check on again, Heffy, on this 2-point conversion play.
Yeah, they had motion across, then fake a little toss to Eckler, but then end up throwing to him in the flat anyways. I think it's just what I see a lot of these times on these 2-point conversions is there's just too much eye candy on a lot of them. I think that what the commander should have done is kind of just get straight to the point. Another quick pass is really hurting the Eagles right now. Maybe look towards Ertz or something of the sorts. Maybe use Jaden Daniels' legs in a simple little read option. Even just pounding up the middle, 2 yards is not too tough to gain. Robinson has been able to kind of stumble forward, so I would have liked to see more of that out of Washington there.
1st and 10. This was Devonta Smith on the end around, and he'll get a big chunk of that. Probably 7 or 8. Devonta Smith had that big catch earlier in the game that was close to possibly not being a catch, but the Commanders couldn't get that challenge off in time. But
Yep,
Devonta Smith, he's been around for a good time, has the most receiving yards in the playoffs as an Eagle in franchise history.
that's crazy because the Eagles have been a decently successful franchise. I know they just got their first Super Bowl win a few years ago with Nick Foles, one of the best Super Bowls I've ever seen.
2nd down, it was Barkley on the handoff, but he only gets about 1. But yeah, we're talking about it. Devonta, that just comes to show how lethal Devonta Smith can be every now and then. There's is that Dickerson on the
It's
sideline
Landon
being
Dickerson, yeah.
being looked at. But he's no, I'm saying that was before the game, it looked like. So he's been in there with that right knee guard all taped up. That you mentioned Heffy earlier. This offensive line has been taking a little few hits. 3rd down, they're gonna
Mhm.
look for another tush push.
Looks
And
like
I
they
think
get it
he got it
again.
again.
Yep.
Don't fix what isn't broken. That's the play call. That's the name of the game for that tush push.
Yeah, such a demoralizing play as a defense too.
Right.
You know it's coming. You see everyone line up. You feel as if you know exactly what to do, and still it's unstoppable. But a new set of downs for Philly right now. Barkley in the backfield.
You nailed it. They're in jumbo set here. This is play fake to Barkley. Hurts looking with time. Now stepping up. Now taking off. Slide down back at the line. That was a dangerous hit there. And he got a yard. That was a big hit there on by Jonathan Allen. And it's only 1 yard.
Yeah, so that's sort of a play where they go jumbo set, like you mentioned, and then you'll go play action to Barkley and look for the deep shot, which no one's really expecting. Was covered well by Washington. Hurts has no other option but to step up and slide down for a gain of about 2.
So you nailed there just 2 yards. Barkley again in there. They're at their own 39 here on 2nd and 8. In motion is Smith. It's a handoff to Barkley, right side, and there he goes again. He's got a 1st down and trucks a man just to get the 1st down. A nice run again for Saquon. Give him about 10, and a new 1st down there for the Eagles.
Yeah, Saquon Barkley, who was dangerous with the Giants. I'm sorry to bring up the pass Welling, but
Whatever.
when you put him behind an offensive line like Philadelphia, he explodes so many times. It's like he's back at Penn State, and that's what we're seeing in this game.
This is Hurts on the keeper, cuts it left side, and he'll slide down after about a yard. So they're trying to get him going. They're showing
Hurts
Kendrick
is
Lamar.
dangerous. Yeah.
they're showing Kendrick Lamar. Heffy and I are actually going to see Kendrick Lamar. Little plug. Not
I'm
together,
excited
but
for that
we're gonna
concert.
experience a great show, that's for sure. And I think they just announced SZA's gonna join him at the show, so even
Mhm.
better, even better.
Yes, sir. I'm
Little quick
excited for
plug.
that
Anyway,
one.
I'm definitely excited. But that's in May. We're here right now, 2nd and 10, after just the 1 yard, maybe even half a yard. They barely even gave him a yard there. So here we go. This is Barkley again, cutting it right side, and still keeps those legs moving. Give him 4 or 5.
Seen Smith in motion a lot so far, and then some gives to Barkley. 3rd and 5 now, but I want to go back to that Jalen Hurts run. You can kind of tell that he's not the healthiest in that knee and such, but he rushed for over 600 yards in the regular season. Just been tough for him in the postseason battling those injuries.
So they're a big 3rd down. If somehow the Commanders can get the stop, they'll get the ball back with a chance to take the lead. It's 3rd down. Rushed out is Daniels. Throw to Barkley, and it's incomplete. And Jeremy Chin was pressuring Hurts there, and it's going to be a 4th down. And I believe they're going to punt. We've seen a fake punt, but they've bringing out the punt team.
Yeah, I'm giving a lot of credit to this Eagles offensive line, more in the running game so far, but they've had trouble against the blitz picking it up. The offense is staying out on the field,
So never,
Welling.
yeah, exactly. Never mind. They come right back out. 4th and 5. They need to get to the Commanders' 40 for a 1st down here. This is Hurts with time. Throwing right side. That's A.J. Brown. He's got it. Huge pickup there for Brown.
On fourth and
Him,
five, they go down the far sideline, Welling. A
him and
perfectly placed
Lattimore.
pass with pressure right there on Jalen Hurts, and he stayed calm, beautifully dropped in the bucket. And the Eagles, a huge 1st down. We reached the 2-minute warning.
So we'll be right back after that. Welcome back, everybody. We're just coming back from the 2-minute warning. Coming up at halftime, Heffy and I will discuss the first half stats. We'll go over the Barkley barrage, that one big play for Saquon, although he's kind of been silenced to this point. We'll mention the a surgeons here of the Commanders, how they're making their sort of comeback, if you will. We'll preview the game later tonight. I guess like the fourth matchup. I've lost track half of the matchups between the Bills and the Chiefs. Well, we'll preview that
Mhm,
game and we'll go over how each team can work on some stuff for the second half so each team can prevail. But we're late. We're coming back. We're taking a look at that AJ Brown catch. I'll let you talk about it just after this play. It's 1st and 10 inside the 25, excuse me, inside the 15. It's a give. This is Barkley, and he's only going to get one or two. That AJ Brown catch, Heffy, on 4th and 5.
mhm. Yeah, I mean, that I talked about the blitz and how the Eagles O-line wasn't handling it the best. They still weren't handling it very good on the 4th and 5 play. Hurts had a lot of pressure right in his face coming off of the edge, and he stayed calm, stayed composed. I believe that was Dante Fowler coming right at Jalen Hurts, and a great job right over Marshawn Lattimore to his most reliable guy throughout the season in AJ Brown. I know he missed some time due to injuries, but he's been there when no one else has. Jalen Hurts knows it. Nick Sirianni knows it, and a great play and a gutsy decision that pays off on a 4th and 5.
So 2nd and 8, that was a 2-yard carry for Barkley. This will be snapped from the 12-yard line. And this is Hurts with Barkley next to him on the left side. It's Hurts to drop back with time throwing end zone. It is incomplete for Goddard. He's looking for a flag, but they're not going to give him any.
I don't know if that prompts a flag, at least from my view, is Marshawn Lattimore in coverage on a little post for
There's a little
Goddard.
grab there, but
A little bit. I think he's kind of going up and trying to play the football more, though. I like
yeah.
that the refs are letting them play. I like in the postseason kind of holding onto the flags a little bit more as long as it's fair on both sides. 3rd and 8 from, I believe that's the 12. Big play, Matt. Big play.
Trust me, I wasn't trying to defend any of these teams as a Giants fan, so I'm not looking for any of that. Anyway, you mentioned it. Here we go. 3rd and 8 from the 12. This is Hurts, and the play is blown dead, and it's another flag. I believe it's going to be another false start, and it is on
That's
Hurts.
something that can't happen, especially if it's your quarterback, and it's a 3rd and long in the red zone. And now you're pushed back even farther. That's tough for the Eagles right now. They're going to have to change up what they wanted. Now a run is kind of probably not the direction that they're going in with being 3rd and 13.
So they need a big play here, but the Commanders just as equally need a big stop, and it's 3rd and 13 from the 17. It's Hurts to drop back again. He's being pressured, rolls to his right, throwing end zone. It is not complete.
There's a flag
Beautiful
down.
effort, a flag. You're correct. A great effort there by Smith. I believe this is going to be PI.
And now A.J. Brown is getting up in Marshawn Lattimore's grill, who I believe the PI call was against. We'll look here.
Hmm.
I don't know. I really don't think that's a PI call. I kind of did a Tony Romo impression there, but
I don't
I don't know.
know.
Lattimore's kind of falling on top of Devontae Smith there.
He does
I
grab him in
don't
the back. I mean, he did the same
a
thing to
little bit.
Goddard there.
Yeah, I could see maybe a holding call with the little pull on the back of the jersey. Pass interference seems a little excessive to me as he's kind of just tripping and falling on Devontae Smith, and he has the arms out like he's playing the football. It's not like he's not looking at the football at all. But
So,
that's huge, and now you're right there for either a tush push or a Barkley give right up the gut.
so a questionable call, but we're just the commentary team, so there's really not much we can do here. They're looking like a tush push here, Heffy,
Mhm.
and it's Hurts, and he is in. So
Whoa,
not
whoa,
much,
whoa.
and another extracurricular is going on here. The touchdown stands, however, some extracurriculars after the play. Flags are going to be thrown. The bottom line is the Eagles do score on that play.
That was Marshawn Lattimore again getting into it with A.J. Brown.
We're
Two
going to see
straight
what happens
plays.
here. They got to deal
The
with this.
helmet the helmet coming off. off on Marshawn Lattimore. We'll see. Oh, they just
Oh,
started blocking and then going at it. That's just emotions,
Brown,
man.
Brown and Lattimore, two number ones on their team. Brown being the number one
Mhm.
receiver and Lattimore being the number one corner. But that is, and Lattimore getting all in his face without even a helmet on.
That's just, I think, anger and frustration in the way this game has been going so far for Lattimore.
So,
See what the
so
flags are going to be
I
dealt
didn't
out.
hear what he said. So they get moved up. So I believe I didn't hear the exact call, but because of those personal fouls there, the Eagles are going to get a chance to go for two. They're going to get the ball pretty close. I didn't hear the exact penalty here. It was an unnecessary roughness. It looked more like a personal foul, obviously. There was some pushing and shoving, we know. But now with the ball placement, the Eagles will go for two. Why not?
Yeah, and try another tush push at this point.
Yeah, and Tom Brady just said it. Why are they even huddling? They know what they want to do. So they need 2 yards this time. The Commanders know what's coming, and I don't think he got it, Hef.
It's really close.
At the end, he got pushed back,
I think they might have
and they
stopped
will
him.
get the stop. They're going to get the stop, so a huge stop. That 2 point conversion would have given them a two possession lead, and it's still one possession with that stop. So the Commanders are going to get the ball back. A minute 44 left. We'll be right back. They'll have a chance to try and tie it once again. Stick around. All right, have the 2 point conversion stop from the Commanders. All the jarring between AJ Brown and Marshawn Lattimore. Why don't you run us through really fast from that stop?
Yeah, well, because of that, all the fighting on the touchdown between AJ Brown, Marshawn Lattimore, they got moved up. They try a tush push on the 2 point conversion to make it a 10-point lead. They get stopped, so it's still a one possession game. I know that you got moved up. I still don't really like the call. I don't think Welling. I mean, you kicked
Oh,
the
hold
extra
on,
point.
hold on, hold
Oh,
on, hold on, hold on. Luke
it might not
McCaffrey
matter.
coughs up the. Oh my God. Luke McCaffrey coughs up the kick.
Who
And it's
has it?
Eagles ball. Hold on. They haven't made an official ruling.
Oh, that was McNichols. It was
Oh,
McNichols
it's
who lost
McNichols,
it.
not McCaffrey, excuse me.
That ball got kicked around.
Oh my gosh. So, and I think the Eagles have it, Hef.
Incredible. Incredible. This Eagles special teams now getting involved. I think was
Their
that who fell
second
on top of
fumble
that?
recovery. I think that's Gainwell,
I
actually.
think it was too.
Wow. So, the second fumble recovery by the Eagles. And if they can turn this into points, what a turnaround that will be. They're going to get the ball at half as well. So this could
Well,
really shift some momentum.
yeah, I was gonna say, you kick the extra point instead of going for the 2-point conversion they didn't make. It's still a two-score game. So I
Doesn't
don't
matter.
really get going for the two, and now it doesn't even matter. The Commanders haven't had a turnover this entire postseason, and now they have two fumbles in the first half, and the Eagles in prime territory.
So first and 10 at the Commanders 24. This is Hurts throwing right side to Goddard. And he's got a good chunk on first down. Give him about 7. And this is the reaction of Dickerson and all the offensive linemen on the sideline.
Yeah,
But
Dickerson's limping.
Dickerson's limping. Excuse me. I thought that was a reaction. Dickerson's limping on the side. This is second down. Hurts on the keeper. He's got the first. He's going to continue to roll, and he's into the end zone. But a flag's down. This might be coming back. And as I
It was
say
a
it, Hef,
nice
it looked like it might be on Dickerson.
Well, it was a nice draw play from Philly. And it is on Landon Dickerson. It's a little hold there from number 69. Yup, got the collar of Bobby Wagner.
Bobby Wagner.
What a vet.
What a vet. I haven't heard that. I know he's on the defense, but we haven't said his name a lot. So it's just interesting to see. And so that's a big callback there.
Well, it's
So
impressive
it's
for
going to
Jalen
be
Hurts to
second and
be.
long.
Yeah, it's impressive for Jalen Hurts to be able to use his legs, battling through those knee injuries and everything. But yeah, still a lot of trust from Sirianni and his coordinators. It's impressive.
So it brings up second and 10 instead of second and 3. So they're back to where they started. This is Hurts again to throw, being fleshed out, escapes the sack, rolls onto the other side of the field, and throws it out of bounds. That was a crazy improv just to get it away.
Yeah, another strong blitz there from the Commanders, and they keep showing Dickerson limping on the sideline. He's in pain very visibly, but he's still in there toughing it out. The offensive line is probably the group with the toughest guys on the football field. I think it's very simple to say that they move him to center for this game, replacing Cam Jurgens. We talk about that, the moving back and forth on the line. It was a kind of a bad snap on that play to Hurts his right. Maybe the injury is kind of affecting that ability as well to get the ball cleanly to his quarterback.
Third and 10, each team with 2 timeouts. I don't remember when Washington called theirs. This is Hurts, backed up all the way. Barkley sneaks out late, takes a huge hit, and it's a late hit, and there's going to be
Oh,
a flag, and there's more jarring.
I don't know.
Still,
Hmm.
Sanders still going to get called for that late hit. I don't know, right? I don't know how late that hit was.
Let's see.
He didn't,
Uh,
oh,
that's so questionable because it's like
it's close.
he's
I think
right
he was
on the
out.
sideline.
I
I
think he
don't
was
think
out.
that's a late
I don't
hit.
know.
Is his left foot just hits the ground and Sanders still is already moving towards him. I don't
You
know,
could
man. I
you could
think
say the shove was a little excessive.
Yeah, I don't think maybe that's what it is, kind of the full kind of extension. I think when you see him kinda go out of bounds, maybe Sanders still they think could have backed off a little bit, but I don't know, call me old-fashioned, but I feel like, this is football, man, like, you're gonna get hit. I don't you shouldn't be complaining about getting hit unless, it's a very it didn't it ma Barkley didn't make it very obvious he was going out of bounds, and really only 1 foot hit when Sanders still delivered the blow, so I don't really know, but again, we're just, live streaming this.
Smith was in motion on that first down carry, so that would have been a huge stop for the Commander defense. But now the Eagles have a chance to go up 2 scores at halftime and get the ball. Mikey Sanders still, we talk about it, had the 2 interceptions last week, but they come up with that one huge blow, the huge penalty. As we're looking at some Saquon stats, we'll talk more about him in our halftime
Mhm,
preview. He's got the 2 touchdowns. Again, you mentioned it. We're just live streaming it. We're just watching this game. There's not much we can do. It was a very questionable call. A few questionable calls, but I guess it's an NFL game. You're gonna get those. So 50, 47 seconds now as the Commanders called their second timeout. They're trying to get the ball before half. I mean, you kind of have to.
mhm. Yeah.
Barkley, it'll be second and goal from the 4. This is Barkley again, and the Commanders are right there. He'll hit a wall.
Yeah, good job there.
And another timeout
Right up
called.
front. I think that was Carl Davis up there getting the stop for Washington, and that's a good job right inside the red zone there as we're coming up on halftime pretty soon. The Eagles trying to cash in one last time.
So this would be huge, as we've said it time and time again, for the Eagles to go up 2 and get the ball. 43 seconds to go for the Commanders. They're not going to have any timeouts once they touch the ball. But they got to pick up, the Eagles got to pick this up here and get in the end zone. AJ Brown at the bottom of your screen with Lattimore lined up on him. They're one-on-one. In motion was Goddard. This is Hurts looking to Brown that way, and he's going to get it. A huge grab there. Nice play by Brown on coverage with Lattimore. And it's an Eagles touchdown here, and they're going to go up 2 scores, Hef. What a play.
Yeah, and what I love about that is I've mentioned it a lot, the little out route, you know what I mean? It's so tough to guard one-on-one. That was on Sainristil still in coverage,
Taylor still.
but they kinda switched Lattimore off, maybe for kinda
Yeah.
obvious reasons. But a great thrown ball by Jalen Hurts, and they take advantage of the McNichols fumble on the kickoff. And now the Commanders are going to get the football back with less than 40 seconds to go, trying to score one last time because the Eagles are going to get the ball for the start of the second half.
So Elliott will make this a 15-point game, and the PAT is right down the middle. So 27-12. 39 seconds left. The Commanders will have one last shot before half to get some points. We'll see what they can do when we come back after this. So 39 seconds left here. Welcome back, everybody. 39 seconds left in the first half. When this is done, we're going to go right into our little report that we've got lined up for you guys as Elliot's going to boot it away. The Commanders have need to do something. They got no timeouts, so they need to work the sideline. This is going to be interesting to see how Jaden Daniels can do this.
Yeah, and give Jaden Daniels a lot of credit. He looks like, I'd say, a veteran quarterback all season long. He's north of 3,000 passing yards in his rookie year. He's the rookie of the year favorite. I think if anyone in the playoffs could drive down the field with 40 seconds left, excluding Patrick Mahomes, I think Jaden Daniels will be my next choice, if I'm going to be completely honest with you. I really like what he's been able to do all year long.
First and 10, they got to work the sideline. This is Eckler, who's right by the sideline. He'll pick up about 3 or 4 and get out of bounds.
Simple plays, man. That's how you get down the field. They're probably going to need a deep shot at some point. They are out of timeouts. 34 seconds now.
You need a touchdown, Hef.
Absolutely.
I don't think 3 is going to do it for you. So this is Daniels again. This is Ertz over the middle of the field. He gets the first down, but they got to get up.
They got to clock it.
And they will.
Whoa.
Whoa. Spike there.
The
20
Jalen
seconds.
Carter?
They're going to get the flag on Carter. Oh my
I don't know
gosh.
what he's doing. They're spiking it.
And he shoved them.
That's
Oh my
that's
gosh.
so strange.
That's not that wasn't Daniels. That was the center there. Wow. So they're gonna get him. So it's just an encroachment call.
I mean,
Nothing on the.
his hand was right up in the face mask. He might have poked.
Yeah.
Yeah, he might have poked Washington center in the eye.
So there's nothing on that. It's just an encroachment. Nothing on the contact. So it makes it 1st and 5. The clock stops though, but they took a lot of time off getting to run up there. So there's 20 seconds left. As Gonzalez goes to try and warm up, even if they're going to settle for a kick. I don't know how much that does for you, but what can I say? 1st and 5 though, after the encroachment call. 21 seconds now. They added a second. Daniels, empty set. He'll look to throw. Now he'll take off, running to his left, gets the first down, keeps on going, and he pushes himself out of bounds. Nasty fall there. Stops the clock. Nice run, but he took a nasty hit.
That's like
nasty fall.
His
rather.
his mobility is so incredible. He had the crosser open, but he took it himself. That was really a combination of Lamar and Josh Allen with the agility to step up and get out, and then moving to the outside and kind of fighting through the contact of Josh Allen. So impressive. Now at the 35, Philly's going to take a timeout now.
So that goes for about 19 or 20. They're in field goal range now at the Eagles' 35. But I think they got to make an out-of-bounds play to try a shot for the end zone. But Zane Gonzalez will probably kick it. Obviously, you want to get points here, but what good does the field goal have down 15? I mean, you're still a two-possession game there.
Yeah, it all depends on the spot. I really think that if they're inside the 15, they're going to go for the touchdown. I know Dan Quinn is probably the second most aggressive guy coach in the NFL behind Dan Campbell, but it's a long ways to go, and the Eagles have 3 deep safeties back in case of that big shot.
So 1st and 10, now it's Daniels looking sideline. It's Ertz. He'll get a little extra and then fight off that tackle. Another little shove there at the end. Give him 11. Takes off 7 seconds, and I think they're going to run another play.
6 seconds. Oh, no, Gonzalez looks like he's jogging on.
No, they're not. They're going to kick it.
Well, I mean, Ertz had the opportunity to go out of bounds, really stayed in bounds to pick up the first down and give a little shove on the Eagles there. There's a big kick.
Gonzalez is 2 for 2, Hef, and Philly calls their final timeout. Sorry, Robbie. I know Robbie's calling the next game for us, guys, and he's gonna be all pissed at this timing. The game is scheduled for 6:30, and we're not even at halftime yet. We're close to about 5 p.m. Eastern time. Very long first half, that's
Yeah,
for
it's been a
sure.
slow game so far, 100% Welling. Shout out to Robbie Basil, our producer, for sticking with us throughout this game, doing a lot for Give 'em 5.
He's carrying. I think
Absolutely.
he gets overshadowed. I know the comments say he's got no life, but he's doing a lot of work. This one's from 42. He hit from 46 and 34 before. And this one, snap good, hold good, kick is right down the middle. Perfect. So 27-15, 2 seconds left still. It's a 12-point game. Again, have the Commanders are going to need something big coming out of halftime. We'll talk more about it in a few moments. I don't want to spoil the entire halftime thing that we've got. But just two
No.
seconds left. That's a cool shot, actually. That was a camera there. Oh, I thought it was a bird. That would have been so cool. That's a camera up there. So it makes it a 15-point game. And so one last kick will do it to
Now
send it to
now you
halftime.
just can't have a big return.
Right,
Expect
exactly.
Gonzalez to try to just boot this one to the end zone. Give it all that he's
And
got for right now.
make them run another play.
Not risk anything. Have Hurts probably just kneel it out.
We're coming in to about an hour and 45 for a first half. And the boot is away. And it's going to be returned from the end zone. And he'll
Mm,
just slide down. And so that
doing
is
well.
halftime in Philly, 27-15. Now, Hef, I want to talk to you. We're going to go right into it here with some first half stats. How
Mhm.
about Saquon Barkley on that first few drives? But since then, he's kind of been silenced. But the Eagles' defensive team, the 2 turnovers have been the story, really.
Yeah, and great job from the Eagles defense. The 2 fumbles, first turnovers of this entire postseason for the Washington Commanders. Jane Daniels has done the most with what he has been able to do so far in this one. And then you talked about Saquon Barkley, who, yeah, I don't know if he's dealing with anything with that calf. We saw him working it out on the sidelines. Um, and then Terry McLaurin as well, a big catch for the Commanders. And then A.J. Brown with a touchdown catch of his own. But both wide receiver ones really getting the job done on both sides. Zach Ertz has been a big target for Jaden Daniels,
Of course.
who with five catches, I think expected them to go to Ertz maybe a little bit more in that second half. I think that's what you have to do if you're Dan Quinn and the Commanders. And they figured out Barkley. It looks like I don't know
Yeah.
exactly, like we mentioned, what has been going on with him injury wise. Um, but yeah, I think that the Commanders have to get a stop on the Eagles' first drive of the second half and then get right back into this game. I think will be easy for them to do if they're able to build off of some of that momentum.
So you mentioned Saquon Barkley. Obviously, we saw that 60-yard play. But since then, he's only had about 25 other yards.
Mhm.
Now, frankly, they've given some split carries there to Gainwell. Obviously, we don't know what's going on. Maybe it's just him taking a extended rest. But we were going to talk about a Barkley barrage. He's been kind of quiet in that second quarter. Can he get it going? I guess is the question. We know he has that ability, but the Commanders' defense has kind of found answers to this point.
Well, one thing that I've learned about Saquon Barkley is to never count him out. Absolutely
Exactly.
never. And you saw that last week with the Rams. It looked like the Rams were, they're coming up, they're closing in on the Eagles. It looks like maybe LA is gonna go, face off against Washington. And then Then it's like boom, Saquon Barkley rushes for 78 yards to the house. Um,
Right.
and I think that Saquon Barkley, again, you never know with the injuries and what's been going on. I think if he's able, I think if they work on him, especially at halftime, they get him inside the locker room, they work with the trainers, he'll come out firing. At least which is what I expect the Eagles to have success with if the Commanders can't stop it, which they kind of looked like when he's been on the field, they've had trouble. Again, only 9 carries, but 85 yards. So averaging just under 10 yards per carry with 2 touchdowns is just he's such a special running back, and Eagles are just so lucky to have him in the
No,
backfield.
definitely. And so we go from this game. We're going to give you guys a quick preview of the later game. It's going to be another dual Heffy between Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes.
Hmm.
I had to say it like that. Anyway, these two teams dueling once again. We obviously know Patrick Mahomes has had Josh Allen's number. What could we see from the Bills? What could change from them this evening? We've seen the 13-second thing. We've seen some missed kicks by Tyler
Hmm.
Bass. How can they right the ship this evening?
Well, what I think is really funny is the Bills are 4-0 against the Chiefs in the regular season when the Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes square off. And then
Right.
the Chiefs are 3-0 against the Bills in the playoffs. So when the time really matters, we know it's Kansas City's moment. We know what Patrick Mahomes is able to do in the playoffs. But I think the key tonight is number one, I think the Bills have to forget about the Ravens game. I want to forget about the Ravens game. I'm a Ravens
Right.
fan, and that was a nightmare
Right.
for me.
Right.
But honestly, if I'm throwing all my biases out the window, I don't think the Bills looked like a good football team in the second half at all. They only put up 6 points at home, and now they're going into Arrowhead,
Arrowhead.
and they're not going to be gifted the same opportunities that they were gifted against Baltimore. They had
Oh,
a
no,
really
definitely.
bad pick by Lamar. They had a really bad fumble by Lamar. They punched the ball out of Mark Andrews, who was trying to do too much in open space, and
Yep.
then they nearly tied the Ravens nearly tied it and sent it to OT. But Mark Andrews drops the football at the goal line. So I think they need to come in. They need to not be over. They need to be confident, but not overly confident and have the same feeling that they're not gonna have to do too much. Josh Allen is gonna need to do a lot more. And it's in like this entire season, it's going to rest on the back of Josh Allen. I think the
Right.
Chiefs are going to do a good job of shutting down James Cook. So I think that Josh Allen is going to be able to use his legs a lot and then find Shakir, get Amari Cooper involved, and then maybe use James Cook in the receiving game as well. So I think that's
Definitely.
the big thing is just know that Josh Allen is going to have to do. Josh Allen needs to know that he's going to have to do a lot more. He won the game by throwing less than 200 yards against the Ravens. The Ravens,
Yep.
and I would say Lamar Jackson, besides that interception, he outplayed Josh Allen. I think the Ravens, if you look at back in the divisional, every team, the losing team had more yards than the winning team in every single game.
Right. Exactly.
And so turnovers is the key of the game. Patrick Mahomes, he had a bad pick against Buffalo when they played in week 11. He's not going to do that in the postseason, at least I think, based off what I've seen the past 6 years watching this guy. And if he gets back to another Super Bowl, he's really entering kind of the GOAT debates with Tom Brady. And
Oh,
I
yeah.
think that,
Interesting.
I think that Josh Allen is going to need to um, know and be calm in a loud place like Arrowhead that this game is on him.
Definitely. So that will happen 6:30. We'll see if Robbie can fight that in. Robbie's doing some producing stuff for us this afternoon. So shout out to him. He's going to be calling the game later. That is for the Chiefs and Bills episode number 4 of the playoffs. But finally, before we take a quick break, what can each team do to solidify a victory in the second half? We know the Commanders are going to be down 2 scores. The Eagles are going to
Mhm.
get the ball. What can each team do if they want to try and take a trip to New Orleans?
Yeah, so starting off hot, the Commanders defense, they need to get a stop against the Eagles on this on this first opening drive that Philly's going to have. That depends on Saquon Barkley, how much they're going to use him. I predict they'll use him a lot, kind of being rested, working with trainers in the locker room. in this little short break. So I think that will be a big story if they stop them on this drive. And look, it was 39 seconds left. Jane Daniels goes down the field and he gets the Commanders 3 more points. I think that he's going to be able to do that a lot. And this game isn't his fault. I just talked about Josh Allen being gifted a lot of opportunities last week against Baltimore. And that's really what's happening with Jalen Hurts right now with two big fumbles. And if they can limit that, I really think the Commanders can get back into this game as long as they get that stop on the Eagles on the first drive. That is the
Yep.
most important thing in this
Yep.
next half hour.
Yep. Totally. You nailed it on the head. Before we take a quick break, just want to shout out. We got a few new subscribers. Welcome. Have a few little viewers. Welcome as well. If you have a few seconds, just like it up, subscribe, follow the Instagram, follow the TikTok. Give 'em 5 Media is here. Matthew Welling, Owen Heffron. That was our halftime report. We shall see you guys for the second half. Stick around, please. Do not log off. We have a few minutes to kill. So we'll see you guys in the second half at the link in Philly. Stick around, guys. We'll be right back. Second half action, Heffy. I just popped a piece of candy. I need to get some energy back because if the Eagles score here on their first drive, they're up 3 scores, and it just it is going to take a lot for the Commanders to make a huge comeback here. But we talked about it before. They need a defensive stop here. I'm seeing Tom Brady, his luscious head, talk about the same things that we were just talking about. So
Yes, sir. Yeah.
we have it. There's
Um,
nothing new. We laid it out for you. We're just waiting the kick here. Again, if you're staying with us, please, we thank you for it. Drop a like. Please subscribe. Follow all the socials. We're ready for the second half. I hope you are as well. This game is far from over. Hef, I'm excited.
Me too. It's been an exciting first half, a slow first half. Zero punts between either team. Part of the reason why it's been so long, I think, been long drives. The Commanders were close to punting. Instead, it was a fake. Tress Way,
I was gonna
beautiful
say.
pass to the third string tight end to
So
convert on fourth down. Eagles returning it.
and Shipley, ooh, looked like he had a gap, and then absolutely got blasted just past the 30-yard line. And that's where Jalen Hurts and this offense is gonna come out. What will they do is the question. I feel like they don't need to. They can go at their own pace. I feel up 15. They've got. I mean, the half just started. They're gonna have the clock on their side for a little bit here, so they can kind of do what they want.
Well, Welling, I'm gonna be straightforward with you. This is the most important drive of the entire game so far.
I
The
agree.
Commanders need to stop. Dan Quinn talked about at halftime that we're just seeing now that they're losing the turnover margin, and that's the biggest problem right now. In the playoffs, you cannot lose the turnover battle. It is so incredibly important to make sure you don't lose the turnover battle. It looks like there's an injured
Ooh,
Eagle, I think, on the field. It's
looks like it's
Kenneth Gainwell.
Gainwell. Oof, that's not a good
He got
loss either.
bent he got bent backwards hard, and especially if Barkley is, I'm not we talked about it like time and time again, I know, but what's going on with him, if Gainwell's out, they're gonna have to go with Shipley most likely. Get some carries in this. Will
And
Shipley,
Dick
who
and
yeah,
Dicker
who has
and
not had a
Dickerson's
carry
on
in
the
the first game.
sideline as well, Hefty. So now Gainwell and Dickerson. Dickerson's not in the game at the moment. I don't think he was ruled out, but he is not in the game at the moment. So those are two. So Aaron Andrews just said he is ruled out. So I'm completely misunderstood. So no Landon Dickerson and Kenneth Gainwell just got helped off the field. So we're going to see what happens here. Two big losses, including Gainwell. Gainwell's a pretty big loss. So this is the first down carry for Hurts. He breaks out of a tackle, rolling to his right, trying to get the corner, and he does not. He'll lose a good one, maybe two, probably just one, but a nice defensive play there to start on first down for the Commanders.
Yeah, just running straight horizontally, a really broken play. Um, for Jalen Hurts. Now you got Cam Jurgens back in here for the Eagles, who was questionable in this game. They didn't want to use him because of his injuries, but now with Dickerson out, they're gonna have to. So this is I don't want to ever call injuries good, but this is a big opportunity for the Commanders right now.
Second and 12. Hurts is going down, Heffy. And it's Armstrong on the sack. It's going to set up a huge third down. And my, oh my, we talked about it. Could the defense come up? And so far they have.
This is so huge right now for Washington. This drive, that sack, all of this is momentum now, and they have that behind them. They're riding this momentum. They're going to try to hold on to it as long as possible. It's third in California right now, 19 yards to go.
Third in California. It's Hurts. Catch out of the backfield is Goddard. And he'll get about half of it back, but it's going to force a punt and a huge 3-and-out. Nice defensive stand there to start for Washington.
Yeah, now we're talking. That's what Dan Quinn wanted. He's hyped up. They run a screen pass on third and 19. You know, I don't know if that's the move. I would have liked, it's the playoffs. Why not try to do a deep shot? If it's intercepted, it's a long punt anyways. But, now we'll see the first punt for the Eagles if they actually punt it away and we don't see another fake, but it's 4th and 10.
It'll be interesting if they do. I don't see anybody lined up though. There was almost blocked. Jeez, gets the punt away though, and Jamison Crowder, who was back there to return it, he'll let it bounce, and they'll have it at the 25. When we come back, of course, they've got another break. The Commanders down 2 scores with a huge defensive stand. We'll see what they can do when we return. All right. All right, Heffy. That's right. Run back. They probably saw that. 1st and 10 carry for the Commanders. They got a huge defensive stop here, and that is a carry for Brian Robinson. So
Yeah,
just about one or
this
2 yards.
is equally as important of a drive as the Eagles' first drive was on offense. Not allowing them to go up by 3 scores is humongous for the
Single
Commanders right now.
set for Daniels, and Jordan Davis breaks loose, and he's got a sack. Wow, big sack there. And a what'd you call it? Third in California is
3rd in
coming up.
California.
I
Well,
like
it's a
that.
big sack. It's a big sack from a big dude. Jordan Davis out of Georgia, 6'6", over 330 pounds, going right on top of Jaden Daniels. Might have had a hand in the face mask.
Ay, ay,
Pretty
ay.
close, but 3rd and 20 back deep in their own end. This is tough right now for Washington.
Third and really long. This is Eckler on the screen, and he's only gonna get about 7 or 8. So a huge stand there. They're gonna punt, I think. Stressway last
One could
time.
only imagine.
Stressway last time had a fake. He went for 23 to my boy Kai Sanat or whatever his name is, the third string tight end. I believe it'd be the smart thing to punt this time, pretty deep in their own zone at the 24, 23 maybe. So Way's back there, and he will punt it away actually. And that one catch made it inside the 30. Nice little return, about 10 yards. And the Eagles are going to get pretty good field position once again. Jordan Davis with a big sack. The Eagles will get the ball right back. The score hasn't changed. 27-15. We'll be right back. So back to back have three and outs.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen punts on both drives, something we didn't really see in the first half. We saw one punt in the first half.
Well, we actually saw none. It was only one fake punt in the
Right. I'm
entire first
sorry.
half.
I
No,
forget.
all good,
Like
yeah.
the one play. So here we go. First play of the drive to the catch to AJ Brown on the right side, and he'll dive forward for a few more. Gets the first down and a little more, and a nice first down play there for Brown.
Easily his best game of the postseason so far. 5 catches, 77 yards now, and a touchdown for the wide receiver one on this Eagles team.
So another first down. This one will be snapped just outside the 40. This is the fake. Hurts the flip. It is Goddard. He keeps on moving, gets shoestring tackled from behind, and it'll be about 6 or 7. Another pickup, another good pickup there. Second and short.
Yeah, I love that play design. It's not often you see those short little passes, a little nice little shovel pass to the tight end, but I think that's just so brilliant because when you get a guy like Dallas Goddard moving and he's able to pick up a lot of momentum, it's so hard to bring him down.
Second and 3 from the 35. This is Hertz. Looking deep left side, wide open is Dallas Goddard. And he's forced out of bounds. Give him about
That's just
25 or 26. Nobody was over there, Heffy.
yeah, defensive breakdown 100%. He's on the line. They kind of take the top off, and then Hurts just fires a beam right there with Smith going on a little streak route. Now Goddard, 6 receptions, leads the team tonight.
First and goal from the 9. Eagles looking to cash in. They got 5 to snap. Hertz gets it off in time. He'll just take off up the middle, cuts left side, and he has pay dirt. Touchdown, Eagles. They've got a 3-score lead in Philly.
Make it 3 total touchdowns for Jalen Hurts, 1 in the air, 2 on the ground. Again, Barkley has not had a carry on either of these drives right now. Is kind of just it's really scary, to be honest, if you're playing against these Eagles because their number one threat is Saquon Barkley. But on that drive, they
And he's
give it
not
to
even getting the
Brown.
ball.
They give it to Brown. They give it to Goddard. Jalen Hurts keeps it himself, and boom, like that's another touchdown and another extra point. Jake Elliott knocks it through 34-15, Welling. And I mean, Jalen Hurts, he can do it with the arm, do it with the legs. 3-score lead for the Eagles. We'll be back on Give 'em 5 Media after this break. Don't go anywhere.
All right, Happy, take us through this touchdown run for Hurts.
Well, it's a nice QB draw, really simple up the middle. Barkley actually lands a really nice block on Frankie Louvu, and Hurts
So,
takes it right to the pylon.
both back there. Here we go. Play fake. Daniels with time, rolling to his right, throwing out there. That's caught by Brown, and he's got a first down. So there you go. Nice first down play. Give pickup of 12. Give a new set of downs.
Earlier in the game to pick up first down. I think it was on 3rd and 16 or 2nd and 16 in Philadelphia territory, and a good job of Jaden Daniels rolling out to his right, using his mobility to his advantage.
New first down carry. This is Robinson up the middle. Gets upended there. And a nice pickup of 6 or 7. Nice tackle, though, by Gardner. He probably would have had more.
Oh,
And
Jalen Carter's
now
down.
Jalen Carter is down. So
That'd be a big loss.
another loss possibly here for the Eagles. And if they're able to go to New Orleans, it'll be interesting to see. Now, the team that wins, obviously, there's the Pro Bowl next weekend. So they've got 2 weeks to go. We're going to keep it. They got 2 weeks to go and get healthy. So, but
Mhm.
these injuries, if they keep on piling up, it's not going to be a good sign for either team.
No, absolutely not, and yeah, like you said, we hope that nothing is too serious. Um, I wanna see the Eagles, if they can get a stop here, especially use Barkley more in this game. I think maybe one of the reasons why they're not is because there's maybe a lingering thing that we
Right.
don't know about.
Right.
Not trying to inflame it or make it any worse and use that long break to their advantage, and kind of healing that injury is my thought process as of right now.
Right.
Um, but if they were to lose Jalen Carter for the rest of this game, that would make the blitz a lot weaker. And Jane Daniels is already amazing against the blitz, and it would make the run defense a lot weaker with being able to run the ball up the middle, with both Brian Robinson and then Jane Daniels as well as such a threat with his legs.
Right. So we only saw 2 plays there. Before they took a break, actually like talking, so we're staying here. But we only saw 2 plays here. Those were two pretty decent plays. Just to get a glimpse of what the Commanders could show on this drive, they need to get their foot on that gas pretty quickly if they want a shot to stay in this game. Now, we've seen crazier things happen in the NFL, but they're down 3 scores and they haven't really shown much yet here in the second half, Hef.
No, they haven't. And you talked about shifting more towards the pass. They're 100% going to have to do that. And I have a lot of trust in Jaden Daniels. I know that he is a rookie, but I know that he can also sling the rock very well.
Totally.
He's hit De'Ami Brown on some good throws. Hit Terry McLaurin on some great routes, some quick hitters that McLaurin's been able to. He turned one into a 36-yard touchdown on just a nice little quick slant. Um, but yeah, Jalen Carter's out. We're gonna see what it is. He's got his helmet on the sideline right now as we bring it back. But he's on the field a lot. He was on the field for 40 of the 44 defensive plays today for Philadelphia. So he'd be a big loss. And we now got a 2nd and 4 for Jaden Daniels Welling.
We've got impeccable timing, dude. 2nd and 4, just outside the 50 for the Commanders. This is Daniels. He'll look to throw it. Right side, wide open. It's complete to Zach Ertz. A nice completion there. Give him a 20. Another little shove there out of bounds, but another first down. A big pickup there.
Yeah, I talked about hitting Zach Ertz a little more in this second half for Jaden Daniels. And I don't know. I mean, he's got 6 receptions. The next closest guy is Yami Brown and Austin Eckler with 3 in this game. And that honestly, to me at least, looked like that hit was even later than the one on Barkley from earlier. I don't know why there wasn't a flag call on CJ Gardner Johnson. But again, just calling the game from my bedroom.
A fan is coming out of both of us, that's for sure. As the first down carry is carried there by Robinson, kickup of about 4 or 5. So positive yardage all throughout this drive. They got to hit the home. Excuse me. They got to hit the pay dirt. That's for sure.
Mhm.
They're looking good thus far on the plus side of the field. We got to see what they can cook up here.
Jalen
Carter
Carter
is in
back
the
on the field
game.
as well.
Yep. We both saw it. Good to know.
Mhm.
2nd and 6 inside the 30. For the Commanders, it's Daniels to drop it back, looking left side over the middle. It's complete to Zacchaeus, and they've got another first down.
Spreading the ball around. See him hit Ertz on this drive, hand it to Robinson on this drive, go to De'Ami Brown, and now Zacchaeus getting involved. It's such a good, well-balanced offense. And there's really, besides Terry McLaurin, there's not really a big star, I would say, on this. But when they all work together and they all know when to do their part, so lethal.
1st and 10. Daniels escapes the sack, and he just takes off. and almost took a late hit there, but he slid instead. And a little talk in there. Refs have to separate once again. And I said this before, you're going to get a lot of that in these kinds of games, even with the score being a little lopsided as it is. The Commanders don't want to shy away from hitting the end zone, though. They're looking to do that. 2nd and 3 after the 7-yard pickup. We have lost Hef for a second. So I've got you guys. This is Robinson up the middle. And Johnson's in there for the tackle to be a gain of about 1 or 2. He just went right up the middle there. I wonder where Hef went. We'll have to find that out. But we're going to continue to roll. And he's back. He's back. He is back. So here we go. You're all good, dude. We've got a 3rd and 1. You got perfect timing. This is Daniels taking off, putting it up the middle, and he will walk in for a Commander's touchdown. You've got impeccable timing, my friend. A touchdown for the Commanders, a much needed touchdown. And with the extra point looming, it will be 34-22 if the kick is good, and that'll bring it back to a 2-possession game.
Absolutely. It's a good little speed option that you're supposed to really take outside. Daniels had the option to pitch that one out, but then instead he pumps the brakes, cuts back up the middle, and there's really no green jerseys there, kind of waltzes in, and like you said, much needed Welling. And now it looks like they'll go for
So
2.
they will go for 2. So this would make it an 11-point game. So hold your horses, folks. This game's not over yet. Still 5 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. And we'll see what Washington can dial up here. They couldn't get it last time. It's play fake for Daniels, rolling to his right, back in the end zone. It's Zacchaeus, and they've got the 2. 11-point
Beautifully
game,
done.
Heffy. And this is the game here. But the
Going
defense has
to
got
his
to come
right.
up big once again. We'll
Absolutely.
find out. We'll find out if they can do that. It's an 11-point game now. We'll stick around. The Eagles will get the ball back when we return. All right, Heff, here's the 2-point conversion play to Zacchaeus.
Yeah, so it's play action. It looks like kind of like a sort of a triple option. They could fling it out into the flat for Ertz, but instead, Jaden Daniels, with pressure in his face, goes to the back after pulling it down and has Zacchaeus there with a step, I believe, on Darius Slay, who was in coverage. Now it's an 11-point game. So two scores still, but only a field goal and a touchdown, 2-point conversion. And the Commanders have tied this game up. The defense need to stay strong, though.
So that was a decent return there. The Eagles will get the ball back. Looks like Gainwell's back on the sideline, but Barkley's going to get the start here on this drive for him. So good to see Gainwell in his uniform still.
Well, I think Gainwell actually has a concussion, Welling.
Oh,
They
is that
just
what it
said
was?
on
I
the
did not hear. My TV's low.
all good. No, they just said it. They said Gainwell got a concussion, so he won't return, which is wild because it looked like it was kind of the leg that he was struggling with based on the way he got crunched on the kickoff. But Barkley yet to have a carry in the second half, and now he gets one.
This is Barkley. Good paying attention there. That's a pick of about 5 or 6. And you feel like if he doesn't get tackled there, he'll probably just pop into the end zone. But
Mhm,
good tackling there. He's always due. You can't ever count him out. You said it before. They've
mhm.
kind of silenced him since that big first play of the game for them. But these little chunk plays here. Here's Hurts on second down, being pressured, rolling, running around, trying to get it out. He does and just throws it away.
Well,
And
that's an
another
incomplete
third
pass.
down.
Yeah, incomplete pass leading to 3rd and 5, but I don't know how he didn't get sacked there, if I'm gonna be
That's
completely
yeah,
honest with you.
exactly. But good defense downfield. I mean, they're showing Smith who kind of had a break, but the defender was going to be there. So
Yeah,
it'll
Louisville
be
was
interesting to see what
there.
happens here. But good escaping there by Hurts.
Mhm.
We'll see. Can Washington get this stop? It'll be pretty huge if they can.
Well, that's the thing, when they just showed Smith like you mentioned, but when he's open, it doesn't really matter if the blitz is right in Hurts's face. It completely cuts off those open receivers.
3rd and 5. It's Hurts to throw. And there is Devonta Smith, and he's got the first down and a little more.
Lattimore again,
And
he's
a
getting
little more
in
Lattimore.
right in the grill of Devontae Smith. He kind of body slammed him after that. Not necessary at all, as Smith was going out of bounds.
But open in
Thanks, man.
space there was Smith. Literally no one there. I mean, there's that one defender there,
Gets by Martin, yeah.
Martin, but not after he picks up the first. So 1st and 10, just before midfield at their own 46 or 7. This is Hertz, quick throw out. This is Goddard, who's going to get another first down, pushes himself forward. So nice play out there to Goddard. And they're rolling here is Philadelphia, and they want to score. The Commanders had a shot there to get that stop, but they couldn't. So now they need to rely on another few stops here to try and get off the field. Hurts on first down, looking to throw, rolling around again, backing all the way up, and it's just another throwaway. This pressure from Washington is getting to Hurts, but he's been able to get it away.
Yeah, like you said, that pressure from the Commanders kind of too much right now, and having forcing Hurts to throw it away more than he'd like.
So here we go. Again, it's second down. So here we go. 2nd and 10. Hurts. It's a flip to Barkley, left side. He's. Did he slip?
It looked like he stumbled.
Yeah.
He was mad
Pick
at
up about 4 or
himself.
5. So they gets half of it. And it's another third down coming up.
Very similar to the play that he broke for 60 yards and a touchdown on the first play of the game. The first play from the Eagles. Yeah, 3rd and 5. Why not go to him again here?
3rd and 5. Here we go. So Hurts making a little bit of an audible there. Guess he saw something. Here we go. It is
Whoa,
Barkley, and they have got him wrapped up. And a
Frankie
huge
Louvu.
stop. It's Luvu again. Wow.
Well, he comes down from kind of like a spy position in kind of a middle third sort of zone and immediately is in the backfield. I thought they were going to go to Barkley again. They do, but he's in the backfield as the ball is snapped. It's almost like he was, jumping over the line. And you ever see that Jadeveon Clowney clip against Michigan? They
Right.
snap the ball. He's back there.
Right. Exactly. And so they're in punt formation. It's going to be Man's just his second punt of the game, really just of the half. There were no punts, as we mentioned before in the first half. And that punt is away. It's a pretty good one. Heading towards the end zone, and
Wow.
it's batted out. What a nice play there. Sidney Brown able to throw it back, and the Commanders will start this drive inside their own 5-yard line. We take another look here. Just able to bat it up without touching the end zone.
I love a good punt being saved. That's Sidney Brown, Chase Brown's twin brother, right at the goal line. But Welling, the Commanders are going to get the football back down 11 with a
But
minute
deep,
34 to go.
deep in their own territory. Now
Mhm.
Sidney Brown. Okay, so whatever they're doing here. Yeah, no, you mentioned it. They're going to start this drive pretty deep in their own territory. But if they can get any sort of points here, even if it's just a field goal, it's a one possession game. And if that defense could just make one more stop, they would have a chance to get the ball back and maybe take the lead. And so here
Yeah,
we go.
starting at their own. Oh, so it looks like they're going to call it a touchback.
What? Okay, it looked like it wasn't. Maybe his foot touched the end zone. I don't remember. It only takes one, though. Here's Daniels from the 30. It's complete on the first play there. That is a nice grab. And then he lost it, but then he picks it right back up. That is a completion to Zach Ertz. You mentioned it again, Heffy. Just give it to your tight end. And he's been doing a lot of the work.
Yeah, absolutely. He's been a workhorse all game long. He leads the team with 7 catches for 71 yards.
Second down, this is going to be batted up. I think it's an incomplete pass. It was knocked down, so it'll be incomplete. That first play to Ertz was 16. So this is now second down and 10.
Cliff Kingsbury, the OC, they're showing now for Washington. Spent a long time in the college football realm. Head coach for the Cardinals as well. But he's worked with Jalen Daniels. He's always been good with rookies and younger guys. Part of the reason why he was successful in college.
Second and 10, just inside the 35. Down there is Ertz, and he just dropped it.
That stinks. The blitz is coming. Jaden Daniels picks it up beautifully like he always does. He's calm. He's in the pocket. He makes a good throw. Ertz just couldn't reel it in. And that's tough because he's been reliable all game long. Oren Burks in coverage, maybe a
Wait,
little bit out wide. Ertz just got the right hand on it, but that's something you got to haul in, especially at this point in the game, in my opinion.
so third and 10. They need a big play here. It's been Ertz who's been targeted twice already. Daniels alone in the back from the 36. Third and 10. Daniels looking right back over the middle. And guess who, Heffy, is right back to Zach Ertz. First
I
down,
love that.
Commanders.
You complete it to him, then the next one you drops it, but then you still have that trust in him, and it's a perfect throw from Jaden Daniels right across the middle, and showing that trust is so important in an offense. Ertz 3 straight times in a row, can't stop the play, can't stop Ertz, can't stop Jaden Daniels. Commanders are driving.
First and 10, Daniels looking. This is Eckler. It's a catch, I think. And then the ball's out again.
No. Wow.
And the Eagles have a third fumble recovery.
Hold on. The Commanders' offensive lineman has the football in his hand.
So there's going to be a
What
lot to
was that?
uncover here. Another low throw to begin with, first of all. But then after that,
I think that's a catch and a fumble because Eckler caught it and got up, which
But
probably
see, so hold on. So that is a
that's a
catch,
catch.
or is it a catch?
I think that's a catch. Oh, and then it's punched out. Is that a football
So
move? Is
is that
him
a
getting up
football
a
move?
football move?
So they're
I'd
gonna have
say
to
he
review this.
whoa.
There's gonna be a review here. And then there was some more shoving, of course, because there is. The Commanders, you said it, Hef, they came out with the football. So they're trying to show there really isn't a good angle to show. I think it's being reviewed that it wasn't a football move. I don't think it was that it was a fumble. Obviously, the ball got knocked out, but
Yeah.
I think, but when was it knocked out?
That just can't happen.
And I think
They're giving
they
it to the
gave it to the
Eagles.
Eagles.
That can't
Wow.
happen. I feel so bad for Jaden Daniels right now, man.
Their third turnover, and they're just going to go right back to work. Are the Eagles, and AJ Brown starts off the drive with 19, just like that, off the rip. Just whatever, I'll just pick up 19. They show it again. I mean, it's so close, Hef. Like
Yeah,
he's just getting up.
It's Burks punching it out, Zach Bond getting on top of it, and while the Commanders were driving, looking to get within one score, just like that, their third fumble of the game, and the Eagles still up by 11, a big completion to A.J. Brown. That'll take us to the end of the third quarter. The last 15 minutes coming right up. Owen Heffron and Matt Welling on Give 'em 5 Media. We'll be right back.
All right, Hef. So a third fumble recovery for the Eagles.
And I think the Commanders will be winning this game if not for those 3 turnovers.
It's Barkley that's in there. It's Barkley cutting left side. He's got the first down and a lot more. There goes Barkley breaking the tackle, but he's dove just short of the end zone. He got tripped up at the end, got tackled at fell down at the 1. Give him 21 yards. He almost got his 3rd touchdown of the game.
Nearly a Barkley hat trick. The 1. It's tush push territory.
And here we go, It's tush push time. And that's a big nope. That's a big nope.
Well, now, why not just run it again?
Just run
right?
it again, I guess.
Flag down.
There you go. Good call.
See what that's all about. And it's an offside.
Defensive offsides. Oh my goodness. They can't catch a break.
Gonna push him up.
Push him up where?
Push him up to about
the inch line, I get. Yeah, inches. Gosh. They can't catch a break. They're still at the 1. And they're gonna try it again. Why not? And the Commanders. Oh, that might have been.
Oh, low snap. I
they
think
picked it
Hurts
up though.
got it.
That was dangerous. Nothing happened of it. I thought that might have been another offside by whoever number 4 was that. Number 4, Luvu. But no flag. And so here we go again. 3rd and goal, and it's going to happen again.
Well, they lost a few yards. Let's see.
And that time, Luvu got over. It's the same thing. He wanted to do the same thing, and it's the same guy. It's Luvu, and he gets caught for it.
Tried the Troy Polamalu jumping over the line.
We're going to do the exact same thing. It's going to be 1st and goal again. Right over the top.
Yikes. Cannot do that. Oh my gosh. That's a great shot right there.
It's encroachment. I guess that's what it's called. It doesn't really matter. He just popped over before the play. Either way, it's going to be the same deal. 1st and goal from the 1, and they're just going to probably try him again. What else do you need to do? We'll see what formation they're in. Oh, well, what do you know? Here we go again. From the 1, from inside the 1.
Oh my gosh.
And he did it again. It's Luvu again. It doesn't even matter. They're just like...
Welling, they might have found a loophole here, man. Because they have nowhere else to go. He can keep jumping over the line. And they can't get any closer until he times it right. So, I don't know. This might be genius.
I mean, you're not going to get in unless they run the play. It's not like it's...
Yeah, it's hilarious, number 1.
It's very funny. Like, if they keep doing the half the distance, they're going to have to, bring out the chains. Yeah, see, now they're literally an inch away. Almost got him that time. He faked himself.
Luvu's trying to get in.
And
now I think they just got him to jump off sides.
They got him again. They got him again. This is funny.
This time it wasn't Luvu not jumping over.
That was Jonathan Allen, I think.
I think they got him.
So where do you?
At what point does this become unsportsmanlike?
Yeah. What? Where do you? Delay a game, maybe.
If you do too many delay games, it's a problem.
So that's on Jonathan Allen.
This is unbelievable. I've never seen anything like this.
Wait, what did he just say? He just said something. So so is it Washington preventing them from scoring, kind of thing?
It's a game of cat and mouse right now. I don't know.
So that was 4 plays in a row that didn't happen because of a flag on the defensive side. So the ball is literally a centimeter away from the goal line.
Luvu's trying to
Can
jump
they?
over again.
And Hurts is
Okay,
gonna
they
get
just
it,
get it in now.
and that time they get it in. That's Hurts's third. What the heck was that?
You want to talk about, on the edge of my seat, just kind of baiting us that whole time. That was probably
Yeah,
the
no.
funniest 4 plays I've seen in a while. It
So
happens in the
that's
postseason.
so that that's third. That's the third touchdown rush, if you want to call it a rush. It
Yeah.
goes down as a rush for Jalen Hurts. They've put up 40 here in the NFC Championship game. They're going to go back up 18 with this PAT coming. And the Commanders got to go fast. 12, just under 12 and a half to go in the ball game. We've seen crazier things, but the Commanders now at the PAT are down 18, 41-23 after a little fun and games, I guess, if you want to call it that. We'll see if the Commanders have anything going. 12 and a half to go in the game. We'll catch you guys at the end of the break. All right, Hef. It's 41-23, 12 and a half to go. If you're a Commander fan, oh, look, it's Nick Foles.
At the link.
Super Bowl champion. Obviously, that was the year they beat the Patriots. Wentz had that injury that ended his season.
Hmm.
We obviously know the Trey Burton play.
Yep.
And the
Really
kick is
special.
away. So Jaden Daniels will come out. Final 12 and a half, 12:24 to go. They're going to show us some next gen stats here on some beautiful plays here. These are some interesting.
All out route. Against man coverage tonight, he's dicing up the defense. He's got 4 catches for 62 yards and a touchdown. It's tough to cover A.J. Brown in man. He's so big, so physical, and pretty fast and agile as well.
First play of the drive for Daniels. He just got to get it away. And it'll be 2nd and 10. let's not forget how crazy the end of that last drive was with those 4
Yeah.
defensive penalties. I feel like the ref was saying if that keeps happening, they'll give them the score. Like, there's got to be some rule about it because it just wasn't. They weren't even letting them get the play off. It was just kept moving and moving and moving the ball like every inch. As that one NFL commentator said, "Story of my life."
Yeah,
I
really.
don't remember that. I don't remember that guy's name, but shout out to that dude. Second and 10. What's going on here?
I think they're questioning if that's grounding or not. I don't think it is. I think Daniels was out of the pocket.
We'll see. I think he was. And he was. So it was saying no intentional grounding here. Second and 10. They got to get something going quick here. 12:18 to go. Daniels to throw again, to stepping up on the run, and he threw it again, incomplete. Looking for Ertz, was the only guy there, and it's third down. Jalen Carter, who left the game earlier, is now back here pressuring Daniels.
Well, I talked about how big of a loss that would be if he wasn't able to play, and he proves it right there. He immediately just swim moves, smacks the center out of the way, gets right up to Jaden Daniels, and
So
forces him to make a bad throw.
the Commanders need a good play here. Third and 10. This is Daniels. He'll throw. It's Crowder out there, but right there to wrap him up is Cooper DeJean.
Kind of carries him there at the end.
So what do you do here? I think you need to go for it.
Looks
There's
like
not
that's what
much
they're
else
gonna
you
do.
can do. And they will stay out
You would
as
think
expected.
here, based on the field positioning deep in their own end, if they don't get this fourth down now, this might be game over.
Could be. They need 6 yards for first. They're 3 for 3 on fourth downs tonight. I guess it's still the afternoon, but whatever. Here we go. 4th and 6. They need the 40. Daniels to throw. It's caught by Ertz. Nice catch.
Old reliable. Said it time and time
And
again. He's a little slow to get up. But yeah, and again, I keep talking about those out routes. It's so hard to guess on an out route. And it's a good tackle made, but an even better throw and a better catch.
they set it down. Daniels over the middle. It is out of the hands of Crowder. He had his hands on it, and it was almost intercepted.
You got to make that throw if you're Jaden Daniels. It's a rare miss for the rookie, but he just threw it behind the veteran wide receiver and Crowder. And like you said, tipped, nearly intercepted as well.
So 2nd and 10. They got to get something going here. Eckler to the right of Daniels in the backfield. And he's going to get the carry, and he's going nowhere. That's an interesting play call there. And that's a huge loss. I mean, not a huge loss, but a loss nonetheless. And it's going to set up 3rd and long. I don't think that's the play you want to play
I
here.
don't understand that either, Welling. It's just an interesting play call. I don't know why. Maybe you're thinking that they're thinking pass, try to catch them off guard, but Jalen Carter and the rest of that front four is so strong for the Eagles.
3rd and 12. They need to get past the 50. Daniels going that way, and it's batted up and again and almost picked off. McCaffrey was the intended target, and Slay almost got it, as you just said.
Yeah, Darius Slay looking for his second pick of the postseason, was going for McCaffrey, his first target in this game. Now it's another 4th down.
And this could be it here.
Well, the Commanders have the most 4th down conversions, 30 in a single season in NFL history, and they're looking to keep that trend up.
This is
4th and 12, Welling.
This is the game, Hef. Daniels to snap. Here comes Smith off the end. He's going to track down Daniels. And a turnover on downs, a huge sack. And the Eagles will take over. 10:19 to go.
Wow. What a play from Nolan Smith. Coming right off the edge, gets right around the blindside blocker. Daniels dead to rights back there. His 4th sack of the postseason. This Eagles defense, man, making plays all day long when it matters most.
And now, if you're an Eagles fan, there's still 10 minutes to go. So you got to shave off 10 minutes here, and the clock will probably move as slow as it probably will seem to an Eagles fan. So here we go. The Eagles will get it now, 10-19, as I just said. The Commanders, that might have been their last gasp. And now here's Philly at the Commanders 31. It's a pass to Devonta Smith out the end of the left side. He gets about 6. They're throwing it here. And the big story of the game, Hef, as they're showing it now, the 3 fumble recoveries for the Eagles.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. They had the one with De'Ami Brown, who was just trying to cut across the field, and then the kickoff one that was booted around, and then of course the the Austin Eckler
Eckler.
one, the punch out. Yeah, it's just
Yep.
been rough sledding all day long.
2nd and 4, pitch to left side is Barkley trying to get back to the line and barely does. But that's just to move the clock, 9:24 and counting.
See Eckler on the sideline now. It's so tough. You got to feel bad for those guys, man.
And it's been one heck of a season for both of these teams. The Commanders, who a lot will say overachieved, 854 and counting. As they'll snap it. Here's Hurts throwing. End zone. It is just out of the reach. And a flag, of course, is
Oh,
thrown.
I
Jeremy
don't
Chin in
know.
coverage there on
I don't
Goddard.
know, Welling. I mean,
The arm got tugged.
but like that ball's
Look,
not
look.
catchable either way. Is
I don't know, Hef. They call it anyway. Like, what are we
yeah.
to do?
It's close. It's close.
What
You
are
can't
we
you
to
can't do
do?
anything. You can't do anything about it. But yeah, that's gonna ice it. They're right there now. Maybe a run and a tush push, and that'll ice the game, the nail in the coffin, most likely.
But still 8:45 left. It is 1st and goal. Coming up is Robbie calling the Bills and Chiefs game. Stay tuned for that. We may have overlapping times with that. We just hit 6 o'clock. That game's scheduled for just after kickoff is just after 6:30. So maybe not actually. 1st and goal. Barkley is still in this game. This is Goddard on the end around, cuts it inside on the right, gets to the 5. And these are just clock runners. They're trying to milk it,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm not saying anything till 000, but it looks like the Eagles will head to New Orleans, their 2nd Super Bowl in the last 3 years. I guess the question is, will they rematch with the Chiefs or take on Josh Allen, the presumed MVP this season?
Well, Lamar
Some may
Jackson, I think,
say.
has it in the bag.
Or
Welling.
Lamar. I mean, hey, you're a Ravens fan, but I'm not going to come out here and say Drew Lock should win the MVP. But
Yeah, well, Drew Lock didn't throw for 40 plus touchdowns, my
this is
friend.
Barkley, and he will walk in his 3rd of the ball game, and his spectacular season continues, and it may continue to New Orleans as they will go up. I believe if I do the quick math, it's going to be 4 scores.
Pending the extra point, it'll be 4 scores if Elliott hits it through. And you got to think with less than 8 minutes to go, comeback would not be possible.
And I have kept my allegiance aside to being a Giants fan, just sitting here and watching this team perform. They perform very well, both teams to this point.
Mm-hmm.
So it is a 25-point game, just under 8 minutes to go. Hef, they still got 8 minutes of us, so let's make it worthwhile. We'll catch you guys at the end of this break. Please stick around. We've got a little bit more football left for you. All right, Hef. Well, 3 touchdowns for Barkley, 3 touchdowns for Jalen Hurts, a touchdown for A.J. Brown, 48 points put up by the Philadelphia Eagles, second most in NFC Championship history, is what that graphic just said.
Yeah, second behind the 15-1 Cam Newton MVP Panthers back in 2015 when they put up
There's a re-
49.
there's a decent return there, but not much they can do from here. That was Eckler on that return. They're down 25 Hef, 7:51 to go. I mean, what can they do? I don't know. I really don't know what they can do
That
here.
at this
Obviously, you
point,
got to go score.
yeah, and like
You want to
again,
fight.
they
You want to
yeah,
fight.
you
I
you
think
want you
that's
want to put some fight in. You're gonna get your last licks of the season most likely, but who knows? Big play. You can go touchdown, onside kick, get it. Touchdown, onside kick, get it. Repeat. Um, but again, if this really is the end, which it looks like it will be, as they kind of hurry to the line, it's been a great season for them.
so. This first down catch was to a first down catch was to McLaurin. Then that catch was to Zach Ertz. So they've got a first down. Couple of catches there. I mean, again, incredible season. Daniels will most likely win the rookie of the year and very well deserved at that. So there's no complaints here. That's another catch for Ertz left side, 5 yards. Nothing to complain about if you're a Commanders fan. Overachieving, arguably, a flag is down here. But they can definitely go up. I mean, and it's a 5 yard penalty on the oh no, 5 yard offside for the Eagles. but the Commanders have a lot to look forward to going into next season, knowing
Absolutely.
that Jaden Daniels was a incredible hit at the number 2 overall pick.
Yeah, 100%. And I mean, you got Dan Quinn, who's a great head coach. And I mean, think about it this way is, you
Pass is
know,
batted down at the line. Go ahead.
yeah, if you told NFL fans, you went back in time to week 1 and you're like, "Hey, the Washington Commanders are in the NFC Championship." You think they're gonna believe you? Like, I
No,
don't yeah, absolutely not. And this team has been incredible. Jaden Daniels has proved himself. I think he's established himself 100% been solidified as a top, I'd say nearing 8 quarterback really right now in the NFL when he looks like he's at his best.
that one's caught by Zacchaeus and he goes out of bounds, picking up another first down.
It's those
But
out routes, man.
it is those out routes. That's but you've totally nailed it on the head. The Commanders with one heck of a season,
Mhm.
and they're gonna have an interesting offseason with some free agents heading out the door. That one incomplete to Bates, to Terry McLaurin. So second down though. This
One
was good
for
coverage there by Sidney Brown.
I think that's actually Quinyon Mitchell, I
Quinion
believe.
Mitchell. It looked like a 2. God, bro.
All good. No, but that rookie corner has been lights out for the Eagles this year. You wanna talk
Yep.
about a draft pick hitting, man, that's one that Philly did a great job on scouting, picking him up.
2nd and 10 from the Eagles 43. This is Eckler up the middle. He'll get about 4 or 5. If you're an Eagles fan, that clock will not move fast enough. Just over 6 minutes to go. But I think if we look on Expedia and all those flight websites, I think all flights to New Orleans are probably going to get booked up in a matter of moments here. 3rd and 6. This is McLaurin. Excuse me. Daniels looking right side wide open. Zach Ertz got another first down. And he's close to 100 yards receiving. That's a bright spot in the game for the Commanders. F.
Yeah, absolutely. I talk about him being old reliable. It's really what he's been all game
And
long. Injured Commanders down. But that was
five.
Zach Ertz. With that catch, he actually went over 100 yards. He's got 11 catches for 105 yards. No other commander has more than 4 in this game, Welling. And those two guys with 4 are running back Austin Eckler and Olamide Zacchaeus. So really haven't gotten the ball too much to Terry McLaurin or De'Ami Brown, their 2 leading receivers in the postseason so far.
Nailed it on the head as they get the lineman up and off the field. Walking off on his own, which is good to see. 5:46 to go. Matthew Welling, Owen Heffron, give him 5 media. One little last little plug. Please, we appreciate the new subscribers. We appreciate you still tuning in, even though this game is a little lopsided on the scoreboard. Stay tuned. Robbie Basil will have the Bills and the Chiefs coming up. That should be a cinematic
Mhm,
affair, as they always
absolutely.
are.
Yeah. You wanna go back to that divisional game just a few years
Oh,
ago
dude, of
with
course. The
Gabe
13
Gabe
seconds.
Davis, 4
Gabe
4
Davis, 4
touchdowns.
touchdowns.
Yeah, one of the best football games I've ever seen.
And he's never been good since. I'm kidding.
No.
Here's Daniels on first down. He's looking for the end zone, but nobody there except Eagles defenders. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Wanna give a quick shout
And
out to
then, yeah, go ahead.
just to Vic Fangio, who's
Yeah,
been the Eagles' defensive coordinator this year, an absolute monster, kinda just shaping this Philadelphia defense in every position group. They've just been lights out in every facet of defense, scoring, yards per
2nd and
play. So
10.
impressive.
Daniels out to Eckler, and there's your defensive play there, Heffy. Right at the line. The Eagles are still going full throttle. up 25 with 5 minutes, 15 seconds to go.
Burks there, the man who punched the football out on Eckler, makes a tackle on Austin Eckler that time. His first year in Washington.
3rd and 10 from the Eagles, 31. They got pretty far down here. Excuse me, 29. That's down the field for the end zone. And Quinion Mitchell's got the interception.
Wow.
And
Tipped
that, my
up into the air.
friends, that's a great play. And that, my friends, may seal the deal here. 4:51 to go. Heffy talked about it. Tipped up off of his hands, and he still came down with it.
Wow, bobbled up into the air, a juggling grab.
In
His
front of McLaurin.
second NFL interception. I believe that's his first one in the playoffs, going for Scary Terry. That'll ice it 100%. Quinion Mitchell, the man I just talked about, getting the interception, sending Philadelphia to the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. They got 21 points off of takeaways in this game. That's a touchdown off of all 3 fumbles the Commanders have had, and that's the difference in this game 100 million%.
So the Eagles just 4 minutes, 51 seconds. All they got to do, hold on to the football. It's Shipley up the middle. He's breaking a few tackles. He's getting carried now. And he's got a first down. And they are just rolling all over. Give Shipley 16 on the tackles. We're looking at the Eagles AP Award finalists.
Yeah,
Cooper
they got
DeJean, Quinion Mitchell, all
mhm.
D-Roys.
Yeah, so what's impressive
Barkley,
about
of
that
course.
is all of their award finalists are new additions this year with, you have Barkley, MVP
Barkley.
and Offensive Player of the Year, Vic Fangio, Assistant Coach of the Year, Zach Bond, Defensive Player of the Year, and then Quinion Mitchell and Cooper DeJean, 2 rookie defensive backs in the finalists for Defensive Rookie of the Year. It's just so impressive, bringing in the right guys at the right time, and you might just get a
Shipley. Inside the 5. What a run. He just turned up the Jets. Give him 57, Heffy. I almost called you Greg Heffley. That's really funny. But my goodness, he just went right up the gut, and they are just shoving it down their gut, Heff.
Well, I mean, why doesn't Will Shipley get in on this party? The Eagles are going crazy. He's got 2 carries now. It was just a 57-yard run on his second one of the day. Barkley is
My,
cheesing.
he is living it up. Barkley and the Eagles, 230 rushing yards on the game as a whole. That's just that's just how they run it. That's their mantra. They're going after their collegiate counterparts, Penn State, just running the damn ball. That's all they do. 3:53 to go after this Shipley absolute masterclass of a gasser. You could see him breathing. He's like, ah, ah, ah. So here we go. 1st and goal. This will seal the deal with whatever they dial up here. Still 3:53 to go.
If they get a field goal here, really any kind of points, that would be the most points scored in an NFC Championship game in NFL history, I believe. If they get past 49, which is what the Panthers were at. You got Kenny
And
Pickett in here now.
Shipley, yeah, Pickett's in there. Shipley gets just about a yard. So I think they're just gonna punch it in here. What's the point? I mean, I'm not trying to sound down, but this game is out of reach at this point. You never want to sound down. That's why this is the reps we get here, Hef, the reps we get here. 10 and counting. Shipley again, and the Commanders are there. It'll be 3rd and goal, but a flag is down.
See what this one's all about.
We'll see what it is. And offside again on Luvu. That's just. I think that's Luvu's third or fourth penalty.
I want to go back to the the jumping for joy over the line on an earlier possession for the Eagles.
So here we go. Still going though. It'll be 2nd and goal. They'll be closer because of the penalty. From the looks like inside the 2, maybe just the 3. Handoff up the middle. It's an Eagles touchdown. Will Shipley, another rushing touchdown. The 7th rushing touchdown of the game for the Eagles.
Saquon Barkley runs onto the field
There you go.
to get Will Shipley hype. I love Saquon, man. He's such a good teammate. He's such a good
Team
guy.
player.
I know, yeah. And I know you're a Giants fan, Welling, and you went to probably
It's
most of Giants fans, I'd say, between the Eagles and the Cowboys, those division rivals, man. But
mhm.
he's such a nice guy. He knows how to
He's a
win.
great person.
Great athlete, great person. Man, he's so hyped for his guys, and he's going to be playing in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks. Man, 55-23, the Eagles go up.
55-23. You said it's still 3 minutes to go. And they're showing the Gatorade dump
Right on Nick Sirianni.
right on Nick Sirianni. Oh, yellow. Interesting.
You can bet on that and see
I
if
bet you
anyone
can in the
goes
Super
yellow.
Bowl. We'll have to see. I think personally, I think orange. I like orange is my favorite color. Maybe just because I'm a redhead, but I'm my hair basically just looks orange. So orange is my favorite Gatorade flavor.
Also, maybe because you're a student at Syracuse Orange
That makes a
University.
lot of sense. I didn't even think about that. But yeah, Syracuse orange, everything. We're bleeding orange today. So still 3 minutes to go. We're gonna get to see the rookie of the year one more time. And as we've said time and time again, really nothing to be upset about from a looking over the season standpoint if you're a Commanders fan. A incredible run. You took down the number 1 seed in the Detroit Lions. And this has been an incredible season as a touchback on the kick. It's a 32-point margin at the moment. We'll see Jaden Daniels likely for the final time this season.
Yeah, most likely you see Howie Roseman on the sideline giving players and staff hugs. Just super happy. They're going to go back to the Super Bowl, like you mentioned before. Well, their
Yep.
second time in 3 years. They played in Super Bowl 57 against the Chiefs. Chiefs came out victorious in a close game. Really good Super Bowl.
Yep.
They're going to go back there. I think
So
Marcus Mariota's in now.
Marcus Mariota, that was Eckler, I believe, on the carry. But Mariota is in the game, so no more Daniels. But Washington, you're most likely going to have the rookie of the year. And again, we've said it time and time again, nothing to laugh about on an incredible season. Just stuff to work on, maybe. Limit the turnovers. That was the big thing. We said it before. the 3 fumbles, maybe this game is a different story, but over 50 points were put up by the Eagles this evening. As Eckler gets another carry, it'll set up another 3rd down here. But what a turnaround. Yeah, no, Kevin Burkhardt was talking about it, Hef. Last year, the Commanders getting the number 2 pick to draft Daniels and coming here, getting all the way to the NFC Championship game. There's still 2 minutes to go. We're going to take one more break. We'll send you right back to the link in just a moment. Two minutes to go, Hef. Just 2 minutes in this lopsided affair. This is another handoff, and they get him stood up. This Eagles defensive line, it's been the story today. The defense for the Eagles. We said it before, 3 turnovers, 55 points in a game. We mentioned they were second in NFC Championship history before the touchdown. And now they have the most points in any championship game, AFC and NFC, in NFL history. So
Yeah, that's incredible, and that actually
it
ties the
is.
most points scored in a Super Bowl as well. Back when the Niners did it, they scored
Right.
55 back in the Joe Montana era.
Another.
Yeah, absolutely. When you get started like that, it's hard, to lose a football game, and you go 60 yards to the house on the very first play from scrimmage. You kind of ride the momentum the rest of the way, and it's been an amazing season for both of these teams. The Commanders have nothing but positive. They should have nothing but a positive mindset right now. Kenny Pickett's just going to kneel this one more time, and then we'll be done with this football game. But 55 points and 7 rushing touchdowns, man. Whatever team comes out this AFC Championship game is going to have a tough task against this Philadelphia Eagles squad, man. Jalen Hurts, he's been to the big game before. He's down there for a second time. And this guy, man, he's dangerous. He's getting 2 more weeks to heal those legs as well. He and Barkley are going to be dangerous in New Orleans.
The rushing attack. The story of the ball game as the final kneel happens. The Philadelphia Eagles will head to Super Bowl 59, their second in the last 3 seasons. You mentioned it again, Hef. The rushing attack was on display this afternoon. The question being, who else is taking a plane to New Orleans? Will it be the Buffalo Bills or the Kansas City Chiefs? Well, folks, it's been a pleasure. Hef, any final thoughts before we send it to Robbie?
I think that this was a game lost on turnovers, like we see time and time again.
Yep.
Um, the 3 fumbles really hurt the Commanders throughout the entirety of this football game. But the Eagles, man, don't discredit them. And they didn't have to do a lot to win this game. But I think that if those turnovers didn't happen, they still had a really good shot. The run game just looked unbelievable in this one so far. I love when you get 2 division rivals square off in a game as big as this.
Yep.
The intensity we saw with Marshawn Lattimore and A.J. Brown, man, it's just so fun to watch. But Eagles put up 55 points, most in a conference championship game, like you said. They're flying down to New Orleans, flying south for the winner, going to the Super Bowl, and just such an impressive job. I'm really happy for Saquon Barkley. It's been, he had some rough years on the Giants,
All
and
right.
now
All right.
now he gets to play in the big game.
All
3
right.
touchdowns on the day for him. Those are
All
my
right.
final thoughts. Jaden Daniels, Offensive Rookie of the Year. I think I'm done for tonight.
That sounds like a good way to finish. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate you sticking it out with us if you did. We understand if you didn't. This got ugly pretty late here. So for Matthew Welling, or excuse me, for Owen Heffron, Robbie Basil back there, we had some help also from Jacob Kaplan late so Robbie could get himself prepared for his game. I am Matthew Welling. We'll say so long. Who knows what game we'll be streaming next? We'll figure that out, and we'll let you guys know. Make sure you follow our TikTok and Instagram so you find out first. It is final from Philadelphia. The Eagles are headed to Super Bowl 59 by the final of 55-23. Stay tuned. Robbie's got the Bills and the Chiefs up next. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys